Oh, there we go. All right, it's got us. Yep, there we go. Okay, we are good. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of the Group Chat Podcast. I am joined, as always, by fellow NFL prospects, standing in 6'2", 225 pounds. Tony is in the building. How we feeling? You and
6'2",
Carnell Tate
225.
competing for that #1 wide receiver role.
I got bad news for Carnell Tate. I ran I ran a 4.2.
Oh
They
man,
never seen nothing like it before.
who's the? I always love like the unofficial times, like, cause didn't they say Wilt ran damn near like a 4.2 or 4.3, but just niggas wasn't there to catch it, but somehow know the exact time.
Wilt was 7 feet tall. It ain't take him shit but 3 steps to get to to get through this shit.
Like I know
He
you
was
can
a.
run a 4.2, Justin.
I definitely can't run a 4.2. At no point in my life have I ever ran a 4.2. I'm gonna just be real. At no point in my life has that been like a part of. I was like, when I was younger, I was like, I felt like I was shifty for my height, but fast was never my thing.
My bad
Fast
to
was never, yeah,
everybody
that
out
was
there
never gonna
lying to
happen.
saying I got a homie that's 7 foot and run a 4.2 flat.
Yeah,
I would
that was.
never. I would absolutely never I would never.
He on his way to the league. That's what I was telling him.
I would never hype your athletic abilities.
Now he get on here in front of all these people and say, yeah, I run a 4.9.
Hey yo.
The draft is in DC next year. Should I be a should I be a microphone and camera nigga and go to the draft in person and get some content, as they say?
you but you gotta do it like Rich Eisen does. Like you and Jeremiah Smith gotta run the 40s next to each other.
Nigga, I'm not running no 40. I'm talking about interviewing niggas. What you talking about? You talking about running in a suit? I don't even run in sweats. What I look like running in dress clothes?
Oh man. Oh. Hold on a second. Alright, there we go. See, now I sound like the old white lady. Niggas just bumping their music loud as fuck right outside. Um
Hey,
Hey, other side here, other prospect. We got 6'3", 250, defensive end, Arvell Reese. Watch out. Will is in the building. How we feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
They, they said Sonny Styles was a freak athlete. Y'all ain't never seen Will do his 40 plus. Will was so cold with it. Will did the 40, the bench press, and the cone drill all at the same time. You ain't never seen it.
Hey, I
You
was
ain't
talking
never.
to somebody today. So I was talking to somebody today because I was today I had lunch with like me and some of my coworkers. We had a meeting this morning, and after the meeting, we had all went to go grab lunch. And
Mhm.
after we finished eating lunch, we were in the parking lot talking, and I was telling somebody I was like, man, like the people who I work with, uh, they talk about me like I'm a giant or some shit. Like not even a giant as far as like height, because it's like, all right, I'm only like 6'1", but I feel like when I look at myself, I'm like, all right, I'm just like a regular nigga. They talk about, they like, oh, what did they say? Some shit like, I don't know how somehow they got on like domestic shit and like domestic violence, which we don't partake in. And she was like, one of my
Damn.
coworkers, she she's Jamaican, and she was like, she was just talking, and she's from Jamaica, so she was born in Jamaica, raised in Jamaica, and stuff like that, and moved here. And she was talking about how just shit is so different because she was actually a cop in Jamaica. And she was talking about how different this shit is here, and she was like, you know, here, like, if you're in Jamaica and a woman put her hands on you, like, you should hit her back. And she was kind of like, you know, everybody should keep their hands to themselves, but like, if somebody put their hands on you, hit them back type of deal. So then I told her, I said, I'm like, I'm not gonna hit a woman. And she was like, you should. Like, if she put her hands on you, you should hit her. I said, Sasha, if I hit a woman, she going to sleep. I was like, and I don't want to do that. And then one of my other coworkers was like, she was like, do you see him? Like, what do I look like trying to fight somebody like him? He'll kill me if you hit me. And I'm like, And mind you, she not even like she not like a small like woman. And I'm like, they're like, do you see his arms and shit like that? And I'm like, my nigga, I'd be like, I'd be wondering, I'd be like, what the fuck do y'all be looking at? Like y'all be talking like I'm the Incredible Hulk around here.
Everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Just
Facts.
public announcement. Y'all should all keep your hands to yourselves. That is a very valid rule. Um, oh man. We obviously are here for the first round of the NFL draft, or realistically, like we said, if they speed it up, we might make it a few picks past Chicago. But realistically, when Chicago picks is when we heading out. We are gonna do a little bit of NBA check in real quick before uh, we get into it. And I don't. Maybe y'all do. I don't really want to talk Thunder Suns. 'Cause I think you know my stance on the Thunder. What has been? So I just want to ask y'all, what has been the most interesting series so far? Obviously, most of them are only 2 games in. Which one's been the most interesting to y'all so far?
Wolves Denver for sure. Wolves Denver for sure.
Y'all think Minnesota got a chance?
They got a chance. Would I pick them? No, but they have a chance. Absolutely. Clearly, they have a chance. It's 1-1. They could be up 2-0. So
No, that's valid.
What about you, Will?
That one's kind of stuck.
Oh my bad. I didn't realize I was still on mute. So that's the series I would pick too. I think the Wolves. I definitely think the Wolves have a chance. I mean, I don't even know if we even do predictions for the playoffs. I don't remember.
Nah. No,
I
because we
would pick
pretty
the
much
Wolves.
would have came to the conclusion of
OKC going to the finals.
Yeah.
Not the best team. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I got Boston out the East, so I'm like, but out the
yeah. So I got the Wolves in this series though. But that's definitely been the most interesting, and it's definitely a series I feel like could go either way. Like, of course, I wouldn't be shocked if the Nuggets won.
I picked Denver. Well, not like with y'all, but just in picking, I picked Denver in 7. But they've played so much basketball against each other over the last 3 years. So I just it's going to be a close series. It's going to be a tough series. So it's been what we wanted it to be for sure.
I don't know if y'all saw. I think it got confirmed. No Aaron Gordon tonight.
What?
I don't know if that changes y'all opinion.
On the
Injury status
series, no.
updated ahead of Game 3. Yeah.
But tonight, that's tough. No Aaron Gordon is tough. They still don't have Peyton Watson. That's tough. That is tough.
If he, and obviously, we're gonna talk about one more series where an injury, obviously more impactful. No disrespect to Aaron Gordon. If Aaron Gordon's not himself, he is in that unique role of like Jokic and Murray are clearly like. Well, I know we talked about this. Like they're clearly the two best players, but Aaron Gordon is not that far off from being the second most important player. Like they just feel like a different team when he's playing, when he's active. Like it is. So if he's out for more than one game, there's that has. Damn, niggas got me. Oh shit, having multiple hobbies. Is that would definitely be different. Uh, San Antonio and Portland. Man, if I'm San Antonio, and I know Spurs fans don't want to hear this, especially when you win the moment, but this is kind of when you have somebody like him. Man, look, you don't bring Wemby back unless he's 100%. Like, I'm not playing around with no kind of injury, no concussion, nothing. Like, if he's not 100%, like, I could lose in the first round this year. Fuck it. Like, cool, this ain't the year we win a title.
Nah,
If
gang, I
there is
can't
like
roll
he is
with you,
not
gang. I
like
can't
so
roll with
like
you,
a
gang. I
he
can't
not
roll with
I'm
you.
not risking because I don't even think, and this is my tall guy opinion. This is one of the problems of being so damn tall. Because if you look at the way he fell, like he's the only nigga that gets hurt like that. Him and Chet,
It's a
because
very
he had to
doofus
fall
fall.
like no joke
Only
for like a
only
long
niggas like
time.
that.
Nah, it was because
Very, very uncoordinated.
because you see like, but Wemby's coordinated. That's what's the trick. Like if you notice, like if you go back and watch it, when this nigga's hips hit the ground and then the rest of his body, and it's like you only do that if you like stupidly tall. And I'm just like, And then he fucking hit, and his head bounced back up, and I was like, when was the last time you even seen an NBA nigga fall like that?
Maybe never.
That's like that is some unique shit to him, and so he might be the only one who gets concussed in that state, but because of his body, and so I'm like, I'm bringing his ass back unless he 110%. I'm not risking my franchise.
The problem, the
That's
problem
I
with
can't
that,
do it.
and I can understand the thinking, but the problem with that is, you already don't know how much time you have with Wimby to begin with because of the size, and the chance to win the title is very open for you, and you just cannot pass that up.
And I think that's kind of something that I'd agree with for sure because you can't just assume like he gonna be healthy for the rest of his career. So when you say I'm not
And
risking my franchise, it's like you don't like when somebody is that tall. When we talk about just history and what we've seen over the years, like we haven't seen anybody that tall sustain like health for a career.
no, that's a fact.
And when the best team
I
in the
include
league
2
is
the
a
whole because
team
you never
that
know if you're gonna get back.
yeah, and when the best team in the league is a team that people feel like you can beat or give a run for their money, why not now?
Now he busts Chet's ass every time he plays. Like Wemby, like he dislikes Chet Holmgren. I don't know why, but he dislikes that man. What's another one? How do y'all feel about like I think every series besides I think it's just Cleveland Toronto is the only 2-0 series. I think everybody else is no, sorry, Cleveland Toronto and LA Houston are 2-0. I think everybody else is 1-1. I'm double checking myself, but
Which is
I
very
think that's
funny.
accurate. Do y'all feel like that's a case of like is I've been defending Kevin Durant a lot the last couple of weeks. I'm down bad right now. But I've been defending KD a lot, and I'm like, this series did not look has last 10 days didn't look great. Um, how I guess like for the series specific like that's 1-1. Do y'all feel like that is a matter of these teams are actually close or closer than even like their seeding states, or do you think like I think a lot of people think the Celtics game was just all right. The Celtics just gonna have one of those games they don't shoot well for three, and so if you go and lose a game, you deal with it. Like Tony, been a fan for years, obviously. Like this version of them, it's like they just have every couple nights like, all right, nigga, y'all didn't hit threes, and that's where they lost. Do y'all feel like these teams are actually close, or it's just a matter of that, like a team having an off night?
You saying the Lakers Rockets?
So Lakers Rockets is 2-0, and Toronto Cleveland is 2-0. But
Oh, you're
everybody
asking
else is
about both of
1-1.
those.
And so do you think like these teams are actually closer? No, I'm not talking about the 2-0 series. So all the other
Okay,
ones that
okay.
are 1-1. Do y'all feel like these teams are actually closer to each other than even like the seeding dictates? Like Detroit
Thunder
Orlando is
Suns 2-0
1-1, that's
also.
1-1. You're right. Fuck the Thunder. But yeah, you're right.
Um, nah, I wouldn't necessarily
What?
say they're 1-1 because these teams are close. Like you look at Boston and Philly, that was kind of just a that'll happen situation for like a better words. You look at I think the Knicks and Hawks are closer. I would say Denver, Minnesota are closer. But look at Portland and San Antonio. That's injury based. That's injury based. Um, like I said with the
Yeah.
Celtics in Philly, Celtics missed a bunch of threes. Philly, uncharacteristically made a bunch of threes. That's how that happens. What's the other series that we looking at? Um, I think that's all of them.
Detroit, Orlando.
Detroit, Orlando, another
Obviously.
one where Detroit's pretty much been off a week. Orlando's played more basketball recently. They get the upset and then they get their doors blown off in the second game after Detroit has gotten a rhythm back. So it's like, see, I wouldn't necessarily say these teams are all of these situations. These teams are close, but it's just everything is situation based.
No, that's
Yeah,
fair. Um, the if y'all had to pick a team you feel like could upset, and we'll just keep it simple as far as like based on seeding, like what team do y'all think feel like could pull out the upset? So So that's Detroit, or no, it's be Orlando over Detroit. Who's the two?
If Wemby
Philly
out, it's got to
over
be
Philly over
Portland.
Boston. Yeah, that sucks, but yeah.
Like it's got to be Portland if Wemby can't play.
Who's the other? Because they're the two. Who's the three? What's 3-6 is? 3-6 is no. 3-6 is Denver and Minnesota. Yeah. 4-5 is LA Houston. Okay. I was trying to get my seating right for a second. No, yeah, Wemby's out. Portland, you definitely got to give the edge. I don't know though, but like San Antonio's got it. Like I'm not gonna shit on San Antonio because they still young as hell, and I don't think. Yeah, there was the hypothetical of Wemby's already here, like they could be this great. But the fact you got 60 wins when your roster, like you don't even got De'Aaron Fox aside, like you don't even got niggas on second contracts. Like your core group of your players are still all on rookie deals. So, but you is it
Castle won Rookie of the Year
is it a
last
bad
year.
look if they just fall apart post Wemby? No, that's not what I'm saying. They're ahead of schedule. Like
it's not a bad look.
But is it a?
It's not a bad look because we know we know the gravity of losing a Wemby is just so different, and that's not on them if they were to lose like that. You can't replace a Wemby. There's only a handful, and literally a handful of players that if they're removed from the equation, you just cannot replace them, and he's probably number one. So if he can't go, it's like, hey man, it kind of just is what it is, and that's not even a guarantee they'll lose because I think they still have a good roster to compete with Portland. But if they were to lose, I can't say they they sold it and they blew it because you're trying to replace what should be the 3-time defensive player of the year, the youngest depoy of all time, like the first unanimous defensive player of the year ever. So it's like that's a lot.
I think
shout out to
even
Chet, you were second place. We asked who was second place last week, and it
was poetic.
But I think even without Wemby, I mean, is the Spurs roster still better than Portland's roster?
You could argue
like
it for sure.
If you were to match them up player for player,
because the second best player in the series is either Fox or Castle. So at that point, it's about after that.
You don't think it's obvious?
So that would mean they got first they got the second and third best player then.
Talking about damn Benny Avdia, man. What are you talking about?
Talking about so if they got the second and third best player in the series, then you go, maybe you go Denny Avdia 4. Like, I mean, I think it's still a good matchup. I think if Wemby doesn't play and Portland wins, it's going to be more so because of San Antonio maybe not being used to not having Wemby, and not necessarily because Portland is better.
Hey, no bullshit. If these games are close, like Drew Holiday's a difference maker in a close game, because like his experience level alone, I think is more than literally everybody between both rosters.
I don't know, man. I just watched Drew Holiday get turned into a damn seafood boil versus the Knicks last year. I don't know about all that, man.
You could.
And I guess
I'm saying experience, like. I'm basing it solely off experience. Like if you just talk about like a nigga who's been there, done that, like it's him, and then who else got playoff experience? It's De'Aaron Fox, who got one series got the one series against Golden State. I know there's probably like some random
Harrison Barnes
that I'm not thinking of that's got
who won the title.
Experience. Harrison
Luke
Barnes.
Cornett.
Okay. See, I would give it to Drew. Drew's got 2 title runs. And I'm not saying Drew was the same player when he made these like when he was on these teams that won championships, but just if it's close in the fourth quarter, that shit's gonna be huge. Draft is about to start, so last 30 seconds on NBA. I'm just curious. Does Devin Booker got a point? I just want to know y'all opinion on this.
What did Book say exactly? Because I didn't catch
I
it.
didn't watch it. I didn't watch what he said. I've been seeing clips, but I haven't listened to any of them.
So Devin Booker, I don't want to miss.
And I'm sure it was
I
right
don't
up
want
your
to miss
alley
out
because
on
it
this.
had something to do with the refs.
Oh, absolutely. It was right up my alley. It was right up my alley. And hey, Lou Dirt, fuck you. Lou Dirt having the audacity to tell a nigga like, yo, he instigated, he starting shit. Like, nigga, do you know who you are? It's definitely something that has to. Oh, so I asked
Takes
about
one to
officiating.
know
It's
one,
definitely something
man.
that has to be looked at. I heard Alex. I heard Alex Caruso tell them to call the tech, and he ended up doing it. I don't know if y'all saw that tech call, but that tech was insane. Um, in my 11 years, I haven't called the ref out by name, but James Williams was terrible tonight, through and through. It's bad for the sport. He might as
Gucci?
well be
He
WWE
talking about
for not
Gucci?
being held responsible.
He said Gucci a snitch and
I know
Gucci a
I.
bad ref.
He's like, I know I haven't won a championship in this league, but I have been in it for 11 years now. So to get this point and be treated like that, for me to even be saying something out loud, is bad. Everybody can pull the clips and see where the frustration comes from. All I know I know niggas think I'm a Thunder hater, and I am. When niggas play the Spurs and Wemby, it's like, or Jokic and the Nuggets, it's like, oh my gosh, look how great he is. How you going to defend him, blah, blah, blah. The only thing niggas have said about, um, the only,
My nigga Gooch, like, yo.
oh man. Look, man, we'll have time to talk about the Thunder later. The draft is starting up here. We following it live. We're gonna be reacting to the picks. Appreciate anybody that comes through to the live stream, hang out. The episode will be posted again afterwards. Tony, you are resident insider, our draft insider and college football expert. Just to give people a recap that haven't heard it, your overall opinion on this draft before we get started.
um, Contributors draft outside of top 12 or so. I think that it's a lot of it's guys that can start immediately. It's guys that can be good rotational guys early on. Not a lot of future All Pros and Hall of Famers all over the place. Projected at least, because that shit could absolutely change, and everybody could be wrong about this draft. And all overnight, it could be the 2011 draft. But as we stand right now, um, it should be a good draft though. I think it's going to be a fun night just because of how unpredictable it is. Um, Starting off the night, Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt on the stage. It's in Pittsburgh. Two losers, but who who am I? Who am I to talk about people
See, but it's
losing?
hate when I say some shit like that. Let that have been two charges up there, and I said some shit. Y'all would have called me haters.
That would have been true though. The last time you saw Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt, what were they doing? They were losing. That's a fact. That's not me hating. It's the truth.
Name me two charges ever who that you couldn't say that about.
They were losers.
Correct.
LaDainian Tomlinson said that slave master shit, so I can't. I can't. And then Phillip Rivers got mad kid, so he
Right.
he lost for sure. It's tough. Goodell don't got it on. Sad. Sad, man. It's gonna be a fun night though. It's gonna be a fun night.
I was curious, and I'm not sure if this is just because niggas love offense more than defense. Like, there's a lot of there's a lot of defensive players who are gonna go really high in this draft. When people say like when you say like it's just a contribution draft, like you don't think one of the guys like Styles, Arvell, Reese, Caleb Downs, and that's just the Ohio State thing is like you don't view them as potential like game changers.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said that? I said after the first 12. I said
I guess. Okay. So those elite defensive guys you've got up there, they're like that, but it's after them. I guess then who was the player for us to be looking out for? Like, were you like, all right, after him, it's like we're gonna have a little bit of a drop off now. Like, who's that
assuming
cutoff?
assuming the Ravens draft Vanga Ione at 14. I think that's kind of when you get into the contributors part of it. But I mean, it depends. Like guys may fall, Ruben Bain may fall, Sonny Styles may fall, like the lane. It's tricky to say. Guys are kind of spread all over the place. There's too many Steelers on my TV, but guys are kind of spread all over the place. So it's going to be an interesting draft. Oh no, 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 no. That's we're not doing this.
They know
We're
this is
not
your
doing this.
generation too. Now
We're
they
not
probably
doing this. Every it's like
They said all the Tony Ops.
I can deal with a lot,
it's
but
fine.
that's too much for me.
No, that shit is.
Hey Tony,
Yes,
who is the second and third best running back in this draft?
Jadarian Price is for
Damn.
sure the second best. Um, Third best back. It's tough. A lot of people would say Jonah Coleman from Washington. Some people say Mike Washington. I'm prone to say Mike Washington. Um, it's him or Jonah Coleman though. I think it's him or Jonah Coleman. But Jadarian Price is for sure the second best running back behind Jeremiah Love. And the only
They
reason
both
he's
played
not
at Notre Dame, right?
the only reason he's not running back one is because of Jeremiah Love. That's literally it.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Uh, is man, they really do got all your ops on there. They got Ben up there. They got you got beef with Terry Bradshaw. I don't know. I don't know if you like don't care about the like older niggas on Pittsburgh.
If you ever wore that jersey, I got
I gotta
beef with you.
ask.
First of all,
Beef with Dan Phelps. See, there's another loser. See, and then niggas would say I'm hating. Um, so Raiders obviously up first. There's not gonna be a ton of intrigue here. Anybody want to place the bet on Kelsey? It's about like 1,000,000 to 1. If them niggas take anybody but Fernando Mendoza, anybody trying to hit the set your life up, set your life up
Kelsey,
bet.
crazy.
Use code hard foul 10.
I just say, look, man. Um, where does for Mendoza? I personally think he's. I think it's. I have two lines of thought. I keep hearing like Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, right? So it's like low end, high end type of shit. I don't think like if your quarterback turns into Jared Goff, like even if it's number one overall pick, which Jared Goff was the number one overall pick, that ain't bad. I just I think it's wild that we have turned Jared Goff into a slight. And even Kirk Cousins like has had a good NFL career. How do you feel about Mendoza? Obviously, he's gotten compared a lot to uh, the previous drafts. Like, would he go first if like Cam was in his draft? Would he go for? I obviously don't think he would have gone first if Caleb was in his draft. Like, Caleb was a all-time prospect, so I think that's a different convo. But like in a regular quarterback class, how would you view Mendoza?
Um, what's regular quarterback class though?
That's why I saw you almost gotta say like years,
So
like where
let's
would he rank
say,
maybe last year or something like that. Like with
yeah, let's use
or maybe not
last
last year, maybe
last
Caleb's
year
class.
doesn't have
I'm saying do
a
Caleb's class. Because you're
no,
talking
because
about Caleb, you got
Caleb as a
Drake May, you got
prospect was out of here.
no, but I'm saying like where does he rank against the rest
Like
though as a
that's
prospect when you talk about Drake May, you talk about Jaden Daniels, all of these different people who
I don't even
even
know
I
no
mean
Nick slander tonight, bro.
but that no, that's what I'm saying. Like, so where would you have Fernando Mendoza? Because like we talk about like how good
I avoided that class for a reason. Like,
we talk about how good that class was so far. So like where would Fernando Mendoza rank in that class?
Uh, that's tricky because honestly, the way it works, he would have gotten talked. He would have gotten talked up to probably about two or three, honestly, just because of how that goes, because of the size, because of his ability to like run the offense. He's got a good arm and like the throws he can make. So he's not as mobile as Jaden, but people would have looked at bigger. Like physically, he's a bigger guy than Jaden Daniels is. He's not as physically
Mm-hmm.
gifted as Drake, but he played better in structure. He had more experience. He's like a 5 year starter. So he had more experience than Drake May, shit like that. So he would have gotten talked up to 2 or 3. I would have him behind those guys, obviously behind Caleb, but I think he he was better than JJ McCarthy. He was a better prospect than Michael Penix. Him and Bo is very funny because they're kind of similar as far as like the college production of it all, but it would have just been size again. Like Mendoza's pretty much 6'5", like 230, 220, 230. So that kind of where that
Mm-hmm.
differentiates the two. So he would have been probably fourth amongst those. But
Yeah.
last year I would say if you put him in last year's class with Dart, Shador, Cam, Chuck, all of those guys, I would have him two. I would have it right now, not me then. Me right now being able to look back at it, I would say Cam, Mendoza, Dart, then Shador.
No, that's fair. I think it gets tricky when you're trying to compare former like classes because you got to really view it as what they were as a prospect, right? Like even taking my own bias aside, like if you say he's a better prospect than Bo, cool. A lot of people had Bo 5 or 6. Bo has outplayed his where he was as a prospect, and so I guess that's why I was trying to find like the right classes because you get some of these where again it's easy to say you made the wrong choice after the fact. Like we'll see where Cam Ward ends up here after the year, which Titans admin y'all did him no favors putting him in that construction outfit. Um,
Please, Cam,
the
I'm begging you, brother.
like him as a prospect, like that was an awful look. Um, but like really, and that's to kind of phrase this back into a question is like, how do you do that as far as like just comparing how like niggas were strictly as prospects? Because again, with like that class in particular, like if you were to say those 6, like you could say like, all right, Caleb and Drake. I don't know. Will don't want to hear this. They've played to like equal level. Even Drake's done better. But it's like as prospects, that wasn't even a conversation. There was not a serious conversation about like, oh, should you take Drake over Caleb? Caleb was the guy from the start of that process until the end. Like he was going number 1 overall. He was going number 1 overall from. He came out as a junior, right?
Who?
Was Caleb a junior when he came out?
Yeah.
Caleb Williams. Yeah. So like when he was a sophomore, it was already like predetermined. Like yeah, this nigga's gonna be the first overall pick. So I guess how do you view them as like when you comparing guys, but simply as prospects, not what they've done in the NFL?
Oh, Fernando Mendoza leaving his little brother hanging on national TV is crazy work.
Um, how would I compare them?
Yeah, like that. I guess how do you do it as far as just comparing as prospects, not comparing what they've done in the league?
I don't
By the
really.
way, the big shock nobody put in the bet.
I feel like everybody's like I try to do it on a case by case thing just because it's so different. Like when you looking at these prospects, it's like, okay, who did you play for? What was the team? Did you transfer in or have you been there? What was the weapons like? What was the team last year compared to the team the year you leave? So it's very different. Like you look at Fernando Mendoza, like he was at Cal, and he showed like some physical traits at Cal, but he won the fucking Heisman at Indiana. Like it was night and day. So it's
Mm-hmm.
it's not something I do personally. I'm sure plenty of people do, but I just try to isolate specifically the quarterback position when I'm breaking it all down because I know everything is like situational.
Nah. How do y'all feel like he's gonna do with the Raiders?
They put good pieces around him. I think he should do pretty good. They obviously got a lot more they need to add, but they'll have some capital in this draft to add it. They paid money to a lot of guys to help out defensively, and obviously they reset the market for Linderbaum. So I think he'll do good. Like, is he ever going to be an All Pro quarterback, MVP, and take them to crazy heights? Maybe not, But I don't even think they're drafting him for that. Like they need stability, and I believe Fernando Mendoza is for sure going to bring them, if nothing, a high floor.
The I'll let you go, Will, in a second. Is because the question has been like, I don't believe in one of these quarterbacks the way everybody else does. I'm just gonna be transparent. But because the division he's going to, niggas asking is like, is he ever going to be any higher than the third best quarterback?
Who are you talking about?
Because one is off the table essentially. He's probably never Mendoza in the AFC West. Is he ever going to be the third better than the third best quarterback in that division?
Maybe not, but that don't matter. Bo Nix just went to the AFC Championship. He ain't no better than the third best quarterback in the division. What that mean?
Well, see, I need one more year, and I'm gonna start having some arguments about who's the best number 10 out of Oregon.
All right, now.
But I'm gonna have one more year. I'm not on the if man shit. I'm not on the if man shit. I need to see actual
No,
results.
that's fair, but
You
like,
just can't have
who's
three of the worst.
who's driving the bus and
But
who's riding
you
the
don't
bus?
think you don't think Bo Nix is better than Justin Herbert though.
There is three things I think Bo Nix is definitively better than Herbert.
No,
You think he'll never be better than Herbert
I
at?
don't want to hear. I'm saying I don't want to hear your list. I'm saying you don't think Bo Nix is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert right now.
Give me about 8 games into this season, I'll give you an answer. Right now, no. Give me about 8 games into this season, I'll have an answer. I might have a different answer for you. And I'm just all I could be is
Okay, what if them
I
eight
guess
games? What if Justin Herbert put up the best stats in the first 8 games a quarterback ever put up in the history of football?
Then he great. Then he's still the second best quarterback in that division. Congrats.
But I guess what was the point you were getting? What was the point you were making though about Fernando Mendoza not potentially only being the third best in the division? I guess what was the point that you were getting to with that?
So the concept normally is, and this is just kind of dealing with it's kind of the consequence of the division he's in. What's a realistic expectation? Because again, no one ever thinks he's going to be the best quarterback in that division. Obviously, that's 15, and that's 15 as long as he's alive. I don't even care that he's had a couple down years. That's him. Herbert has that title right now, and most people consider Herbert as talent. A lot of people tell you Herbert's as talented as anyone in the league. All right, cool. Bo, nobody would put that on an individual basis, but again, like Tony said, just going to an AFC Championship game. He's been to the playoffs both years in the NFL. Like, what is a realistic expectation if you never get any higher than the third best quarterback in your division, and you're the number 1 overall pick?
David Bailey to the Jets, fellas.
David Bailey, second overall.
That nigga can't get interceptions. This one I didn't know. Okay. Why? Them niggas didn't have a single pick all year, man. Like, how you not get one?
David Bailey to the Jets. But to the Mendoza of it all, I don't think they're drafting him for that. I don't think that matters to them because the Denver for me, as much shit as I give them, Denver for me is a model right now of how you want to operate this whole building a team and putting pieces together to compete for the title. If you're not coming into the organization with a Lamar or an Allen and all that type of shit, build the wall, make sure you have a great offensive line as Denver does have and has had for the last few seasons. Put together a dominant defense over time as they've done and put everything else around that. Draft the receiver here, draft the tight end here, draft the running back here. Get the quarterback that the head coach is comfortable running his system. If that fails, at the very least, everything else is in place. What nobody ever talks about, the actual most replaceable part on the team is the fucking quarterback. Because teams do it all the time. Teams replace the quarterback all the time. So it's like
if you don't have that guy, I 1,000% agree with you.
if I have everything else in place and I can replace the quarterback every season. The fucking Jets doing it right now. So it's like I can if I don't
Right.
have if I feel
Man,
like
they replacing their quarterback with a nigga they had already.
like
Like,
like
I don't know if the Jets are the best example of that, but I feel you. If you
but
don't
you
have,
like you get it.
yeah, like if you don't have exactly like yes, I think Mahomes, Allen, um, Lamar, like that's and Burrow is close. Like that's a different kind of value, and you get to break the rules when you those guys. If you not those guys, bro, the Rams don't even treat Stafford like he's unfuckwittable. Like, yeah, they want him back because Sean McVay really likes him. But the reality is, Sean McVay had a quarterback, got to Super Bowl, said, all right, nigga, get the fuck out of town, bringing somebody else in. I do want to move on to the Jets. So David Bailey just got drafted. I posted this list earlier. Drafted in the top 10 after leading the nation in sacks since 2000. Some pretty decent names. Julius Peppers, Terrell Suggs, Von Miller, Chase Young, Will Anderson Jr., and now David Bailey. Um, I'm not saying he's going to be because that's three. Peppers I think is already in the Hall of Fame. Did Suggs get in this last year, or am I off on Suggs, or
No, he didn't.
he?
Uh, no, I don't think he did. I could be wrong, but I don't think he did though. Have to check on that one.
But yeah, but like he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Vaughn will be in the Hall of Fame. Like Chase, Will Anderson just signed the biggest deal for ever for a not a quarterback ever. Like these are some names. Can David Bailey be that for the Jets, in your opinion?
Could he be
I'm
one of
aware
the
I just put him
greatest
next to the Hall of
pass rushers
Famers,
of
but
all
like,
time? Like,
no big
nigga,
deal.
I guess. Like, I would hope for his sake he could be. Um, he's got every tool. Like, he's got every tool as that you want from a pass rusher when it comes to moves. His like bend is debated and like just overall athleticism and all that good stuff. But when you're talking about the ways he can win, his pass rush moves, he's got all of that. So he's got to improve as a run defender. I watched some games where he looked really great defending the run, and then there was some games where he just got washed down the line and couldn't do anything. He ain't to me what I watched. He ain't have the best game versus Utah, who are going to have two tackles taken maybe this round, one for sure. Um, but he's a pass rusher. Like he's a pass rusher. And can he be a three down pass rusher? That's up for debate. But he should have a pretty good impact instantly for this team. And depending on how Aaron Glenn want to use him, that's an Aaron Glenn problem. But he should be good for the team though.
So that nigga Aaron Glenn don't spend all this time dancing on the sideline. Get these niggas together.
What a wasted good meme that was because they lost that game. They lost they lost that damn game.
And proceeded to get belt to ass the rest of the year. That was like that was early in the season.
Tough. Arizona's pick is in. Who y'all think they go with? Arvell Reese or Jeremiah Love?
Something is telling me it's gonna be Jeremiah Love,
Tackle.
but
You picking tackle? Mario
Offensive,
Gola?
I think so. Because
Francis Maui Noah.
in my head, and
they-
this is total bullshit. Jeremiah Love is going to be a Titan because the Titans got great running backs. That's like the one thing like synonymous with their franchise. Like they just do that. And so in my head, I'm like, well, the rest of the league.
that's up to Arizona
Like,
whether they get Jeremiah Love or not.
Arizona can't take.
Shit.
Why
If
can't
I'm
they?
Arizona,
Why can't they?
Nigga, have you said James Conner? James Conner didn't play at all. Well, I mean, he got injured last season. Right after that, Trey Benson got injured. They just signed fucking Tyler Algier to a fucking 2-year deal. I think they could use a running back.
Tackle.
They
you a tackle for
Jacoby
your
might
franchise
show up to
quarterback,
work.
Jacoby
He
Brissett.
might not. Marv, they got Marv. They got Trey McBride, one of the best tight ends.
They got Michael Wilson coming off a good year.
Jeremiah Love is the
Arizona's not even a
pick.
bad offense.
Jeremiah Love is the pick.
I said, listen, it's up to the Cardinals on whether he a Titan or not.
Cardinals get the
They might get
best player in the draft. Interesting.
And you talk about like I mean,
See, that's fucked up. NFL history. They just fucked up NFL history. The Cardinals get like niggas at the end of their career. They got Emmitt Smith at the end of their career. They got Edgerrin James at the end of his career. Like, that's your spot, Arizona. You get niggas
Ah,
at the end.
yes,
You don't
because
get like
they
the
didn't
Ravens get.
draft Anquan Bolden and Larry Fitzgerald
No, no,
and
no.
Patrick
Receivers they
Peterson.
do. Receivers, no. See, I'm talking about running backs. It's like the Ravens get like all the old receivers. Arizona gets all the old running backs. There's a
What
way
you say
that
fuck me
there's a
for?
way this shit is
What
working.
you say fuck me for?
How do y'all feel about this pick, man?
I would. I like the pick, but I hate the pick because
He was a Titan.
Arizona has dog shit coaching still, and like, and he's still there, and I don't
No,
know,
they got
man.
the LaFleur brother, don't he?
Which one?
who was that? Mike.
They all look the same.
Yeah, I was
I'll
about
be
to
real.
say, is it
All the
you got Michael
LaFleurs and
LaFleur, you got
I
Mark
think it's Mike.
LaFleur, you
I
got,
think it's Mike LaFleur. That was the one I think he was the one that was with the Rams, right?
that might help. That might help. If they got Mike LaFleur, if they got somebody from that tree of coaching who's had great success, this could be good for them. They still got to improve the line. They might be in the Todd Simpson business, but this is a
Shout out to
start.
Jeremiah Love. I actually I had the first pick because I was asked last season, so I had the first pick in my fantasy league that I actually traded away today. So I traded away the chance at drafting Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love, respect.
But
Respect.
I mean, I traded that knowing that that's what was, that's who I was picking anyway. I
Right.
think I was able to get. It was a deal. I got Caleb because I needed a quarterback. Um, I got Jonathan Taylor. So yeah,
That Love Cardinals
I ain't
jersey
mad.
look sweet though. That bitch do look sweet.
That's hey man, look. No, Love
Jeremiah
is
Love,
like
Marv.
I think
and I think Marv. I'm thinking Marv is gonna have a good year
I don't know what it was with him and Kyler, man. It
because
never
yeah, I was
it
about to
never
say everybody started looking good when Jacoby got in there,
it never connected. I don't know what it was.
and unfortunately, even though I like Kyler, actually I traded Kyler away in a
are
part of
they
that
the
deal
diet
today.
Atlanta Falcons? I get Jeremiah Love instead of Bijan. I got Marv instead of Drake London. We'll see what happens to Kyle Pitts, but Kyle Pitts, Trey McBride. I know Kyle might get traded supposedly. I'm waiting for that Riley
Yeah,
Moss notification.
I'm
I got
hearing
my
Kyle
shit
to the
set, Mike.
Chiefs.
I'm waiting for it.
That's what I was hearing today. Kyle to the Chiefs.
I think you're hearing wrong. Um, the yeah, they like the diet Atlanta Falcons. We'll just see who coaches better, because the Falcons got what's my man's name from Cleveland, Stefanski, who I don't know, and we'll move on to the next pick when it comes up here. I don't know if Kevin Stefanski is a good head coach. Like, I don't really talk about Kevin Stefanski honestly. I don't know if like because people's like, oh, he got two Coach of the Year awards, and I'm like, yeah, nigga, because he was in Cleveland, so the expectation was like in the sewer, and it was like, oh, you had a good year in Cleveland. I'm like, I don't know if that makes you like a good head coach,
You got to get
especially
credit
when
for
like
that, though.
Cleveland has had its most talented. You said what?
You got to get credit for like having a good year in Cleveland.
This nigga has had Miles Garrett, David Njoku. He had Baker. Like he's had. Now his owner gave him the worst contract.
David and Njoku ain't the nigga
I
to name to throw out there. Like you can't just throw David and Njoku out there like he Trey McBride or some shit or Brock Bowers. Like
David Njoku.
like if you go from Miles Garrett to David
and
Njoku, like it's telling me he ain't had shit to work with over there.
First off, anybody name you throw after Miles Garrett is gonna look bad. Like you just can't. There's not a lot of niggas you can name. It's like, oh, Miles,
No, it's just that they didn't have shit. like if you were to say like, oh man, you had Miles Garrett and Odell and shit like that hit a little different than saying Miles Garrett. No, but I'm saying that hit different than saying Miles Garrett and then David and Njoku. Like, come on, my nigga.
Miles Garrett, Odell Beckham, David Njoku.
Wait, who the Titans going? Who you got the Titans going with? I see the pick is in.
Jeremiah Love
Now
off
that
the
Jeremiah
board.
Love
I'm
is
going Arvel Reese.
At this point, you got to go best
Solid would be
available.
dope with Arvell Reese.
I'm going Arvel Reese at 4. I was
Well, who
thinking
do you think
Sonny
is actually best
Styles,
available, Reese or
but
Styles?
Arvel Reese. He could just his versatility, and I think he's the best linebacker in the draft, like best off-ball linebacker in the draft.
How did anybody fucking score on Ohio State, dog?
They really didn't. They really didn't.
Like, just how
They
did,
really didn't.
it's like Reese Styles, and it's like, oh yeah, and if you get past them, then you can deal with Caleb Downs, and it's like, all right, nigga, what y'all want me to do? Like, how early do you think Downs can go?
I think
I
he's
don't think he
going
goes
next
4.
at 5 to the Giants.
Kyle Hamilton replacement for Harbaugh.
You see it.
That's, I'm gonna set rule.
Oh shit!
Drafted.
What?
Oh wow. They go receiver.
Dog. Okay.
He need.
Okay.
I mean, they needed that to.
No, for sure. For sure.
Because who was he throwing to fucking last year? Elick Ayamore or some fucking bullshit like that. Who the fuck was he
Shout out Elick Ironman and
yeah,
Calvin Ridley, fucking the corpse of Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Who else?
I've never.
Yeah, he needed that. Shout out to Carnell Tate.
Cardinal Tate, 4 to the Titans.
They got. I mean, when you got a young quarterback or
It's a
like
smart
a prospect,
pick.
like I was gonna say, when you got a prospect like, well, not even a prospect at this point, but a second year quarterback who was your number 1 overall pick last year, you gotta go get him weapons.
You
kind of got to do you got to do like kind of like what the Bears did with Caleb when they, even though they got Rome that year, but they came back the next year and got Luther Burden and Colston Loveland. You got to get them some weapons.
No, 1,000% is No, the Titans don't have shit at receiver. Like I remember they played Denver week 1, and I'm like, and Pat's a professional. I have never seen Pat Surtain like so bored. Like this nigga, like some play, like he was just standing there, like, all right, y'all got me.
Who have they made any offensive line moves this offseason?
The Titans.
Yeah.
They've lost O-line. They lost Zeitler. I think that's it.
Golly.
Maybe they've made some.
Myers.
Okay. That's defense, right?
Yeah, he's a D. He is genuine. Like Denver couldn't re-sign him because you would have like a disproportionate amount of your cap on your defensive line, and it was him or Zach Allen, and I also would go with Zach Allen. But like John Franklin Myers has been dope, and Denver got him for like a 4th round pick 2 years ago. So like he was great in Denver first 2 years, and like shout out to him going to Tennessee. He got paid.
Yeah, that big signings was Wandale Robinson, John Franklin Myers. They got some DB depth with Alontae Taylor and Cordell Float. They did get Jermaine Johnson, but that's a trade, and that's defense too. So yeah, no offensive line pickups.
They also did.
Cause I got Tony Pollard bum ass riding on my bench.
He lived to see another day.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta start saying shit like Pollard season incoming or some shit. I don't know.
If it helps too, they also got Brian Dable as an OC. I don't know if that picture's Photoshopped, by the way, of Brian Dable, or if he's just that fat.
I forgot about Dayball.
They got big 2020 coaching staff. This would have been heat in 2020.
Nah, they just got big. There's like a picture floating around. I don't know if it's Photoshopped or not, but it's Brian Dable and Robert Saleh, and Brian Dable just fat as fuck.
That's tough.
And they posted, apparently Saleh was pissed because I guess for like OTAs he was like, yeah, these niggas not even in shape, and it's like, bro, you know who you standing next to? Also, shout out Saleh, you in the running, because like niggas talk about Phillip Rivers got 11 kids. Saleh pulled up with like 7 of them, and I think his wife's pregnant again.
He Muslim though. You gotta let him get that.
wait.
Hey, man, look.
Hey, hold on. Robert Saleh Muslim.
Saleh got
Niggas say he Muslim.
I gotta holler at some people. See who jumped him in. So y'all come on, now. Y'all just letting anybody in. What is y'all doing, Farrakhan?
Oh shit.
He said
Hawks
anybody.
putting slight
Um,
belt on the Knicks.
letting
They not putting overly belt on them.
All right, so that means the Giants get any of the Ohio State niggas as options here. So Reese is an
Yeah,
option,
this changes
Downs is an
everything.
option,
This
and
changes
Downs is an
everything.
option.
I was locked in on Downs because I thought Alvin Reese would have been off the board, but man,
Oh, they took the Giants. See the Giants. That's
KC traded up. KC traded up to 6.
Justin.
They want a pass rusher, so they want Reese.
And they think the Giants are taking Styles or Downs.
Or
Yeah,
Downs.
because
The Chiefs need a pass
especially
rusher.
with
The Chiefs
them.
don't need an off-ball guy.
Yeah.
Now,
They think
I do think though, if you're the Chiefs, Downs would be huge because you've basically let your whole secondary walk this offseason.
sure.
Now the Chiefs they've made it a point, like they have insane DB coaching come out of that system. Like they have insane DB coaching. They've also never paid any of them a dime. Like the second niggas one paid as a DB in Kansas City, they say, "All right, buddy, here's the door. Like we'll get the second round draft pick. You go enjoy your
Yeah.
time." So Downs would be interesting because if you draft Downs this high, you have to assume like you would be willing to pay him a contract. But this Chiefs team, while I still give the respect to 15 and Andy Reid, like this is not a good roster right now. And Chris Jones in name is still Chris Jones, and he still probably has X amount of great games left in him. I don't think Chris Jones is a 17-week player anymore. Plus, ask him to do something in the playoffs. Like you need somebody else to be an effective pass rusher on this team.
They saying the pick is
Like
Reese.
Kansas City used to always get like clutch sacks. They never had like crazy high total numbers, but they always got like third down sacks or like in the fourth quarter, like they could always get pressure. And so obviously some of that is also Spags, but yeah, no, they need a pass rusher. Even as good as Denver's offensive line was this last year, I was like, there was no fear from Kansas City, just because like Chris Jones ain't the same player no more, and they don't got nobody else. And Karlaftis had a really down year. Plus, I think y'all are like a few seconds ahead of me on the draft, so I'm kind of wrapped to y'all at the same time. So, I definitely
No, Tony is for sure. Yeah.
like when Tony said, "Oh shit," and I was like trying to think to myself, I'm like, "Damn, how I react? I'm like, I don't know who the fuck niggas got." For all I knew,
Tony
niggas took
is
Ty
for sure.
Simpson.
Tony is for sure here. Let's see, they saying the Giants pick is in.
Quick.
Let's see.
But you gotta go up because who's even like the next offensive player you would take? Because Tate's off the board, he was number one wide receiver. Love's off the board, he was number one running back. I guess you could go
the next offense it'll be
tackle
who,
if you don't even.
Yeah.
I think the tackle out of Utah. And that's if you do, like Andrew Thomas is a great player, but that nigga can't stay healthy for nothing. Like, oh, shout out to DeAndre Jordan.
So who they take? Giants pick.
Trying to pull this up real quick. They got this nigga walking out with. They got the red shirts on.
Who was that?
Let's see. I'm not sure what the hell these guys. Or I don't want to say something mean and say it end up being like a charity. Oh yeah, they got one of the. Okay, yeah. Let me. Come on, Roger. If you hear it first, or if it shows up first on yours, feel free to shout out again. I can react off that.
I got you.
I think I definitely like the slowest one right now.
Yeah. Because that's why when you were talking about them walking out, they were already at the podium on mine.
Yeah.
Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese to the Giants.
That tracks. It's between him See, now, hey, that's petty. This is the problem with the Chiefs trading up like early. And I get it's only like a pick early. But the Chiefs can't do much with, like, Sonny Styles being an off-ball linebacker ain't going to do a whole lot for them. So now you got to choose if you're the Chiefs, either Styles or, like, I would consider Downs like he was arguably the best player in college football, like one of the best players defensively in college football, one of the best players overall last year, and probably the last 2 years. And again, they just let their whole secondary go. Moving up to 6. Damn. And the Giants, like, they just traded Dexter Lawrence, but their defensive line is still crazy. Because you got Burns, you still got Abdul Carter from last year. Now you got Arvell Reed.
Yeah, do they still got Thibodeau?
Yeah. Like, they still got a crazy defensive line. Like, I'm sure somebody's going to end up getting moved because you just going to have too many niggas to play.
I mean, especially they just moved Dexter Lawrence, so.
And even with him gone, you still got a bunch of people. So they had these niggas because they would still had this pick because they got was 10.
I wonder what the trade was, though.
Oh, the Chiefs trade, they haven't confirmed it yet?
I don't see it.
Let me see here if I can find it real quick. Find. Oh, that won't matter, will it? Yeah. Chiefs trade. See if I can go on Twitter real quick and find it. So
they got number 6, and the Chiefs sent number 9, number 74, and 148.
Oh, whoops.
And I mean, I guess Ruben Bain is still an option for him.
Oh, yeah.
And they picked his
Bain
in on 6. I didn't even think about Bain.
Bain would be then my. Yeah, Bain should be the pick. Now they probably feel like, damn, they obviously like they're discussing these trades in Portland far before picking and everything, but trading up after the way the first couple picks have played out, like you probably still could have got Bain at 9. So now, and man, I'm all here for the Chiefs' downfall. I'm all here for the Chiefs' downfall.
Arvell Reese was the pick.
Yeah.
So Kansas City traded to 6. I think they need a pass rusher. So I would go Bain. But I'm also now thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, did they mess up? Because like the way it's played out, Bain probably would have been there at 9. And so now you just traded
9,
to go up.
third,
Again, this is a
third, which is 74th, and a 5th, which is 148, to move up to get. I don't know. Could be Bain, could be Styles, could be Downs.
Do you think they say fucking go Tyson?
Probably, maybe because the Cardinal
Rashi Rice
going forward.
Rashi Rice can't stay out of trouble, so.
Cardinal Tate going forward
That's a fact.
It speeds up the wide receiver shit. So they might feel like they want to get in front of it now. Maybe
maybe
Jordan Tyson.
Simmons was great when he played last year for them, but he had a weird it's still I don't think anything's still been put out for it. If it's private, like he had injuries in college, he had the weird stint where he missed last year, and if it was because of personal time, he deserves that. Just nobody knew what the hell was going on. Like, do you potentially get another tackle? So you still got a left, especially with Mahomes coming off of injury.
So they traded up for Delane, which was a need. So so who was taking Delane for them to jump up to 6?
That's kind of
The
crazy.
Saints? Because Washington they just drafted Trey Amos, and they need other pieces outside the corner. Maybe New Orleans, like I feel like New Orleans would have been a maybe it was Delane. Maybe it was Delane.
So from everything I've seen, like they didn't have Delane going until like 11 or 12.
Maybe they knew something different. That's interesting. That is interesting.
Uh, Also, breaking news for anybody that's out there following: Diana Rossini has officially deactivated her Twitter account.
Oh no.
Man, what we
Oh
gonna do?
no. Oh no.
What we gonna do?
Diana
It was
Diana Rossini deactivated her Twitter because it's just too much evidence. It's too much evidence. She threw
But
the
Mike
gun in the
admitted
water.
it. He did his little pre-draft shit. He's like, "Look, man, I had to say sorry to my family. I had to admit my mistake, like what I've done." And it's like, yo called her a mistake on live TV.
Oh
You know,
no.
girls don't like to be called mistakes on live
That
TV.
money I
You know they
stole.
don't like to call mistakes.
Let me return the jewelry I stole after they saw me on camera at the jewelry store stealing said jewelry.
Hey, look, man, I'm just saying, like, she, that's
Delane was
like
a
major accounts
dog
doing
last
that
year
shit.
at LSU. He was cold blooded. He was cornerback 1A, 1B, depending on the day. I probably still prefer Jamar McCoy, but I get it not knowing what McCoy's knee situation is. But yeah, he was incredible. The Chiefs. The Chiefs picking
Also, in funny
6.
draft news, because of where you're slotted in guaranteed money, Jeremiah Love now has secured the most guaranteed money for a running back in
Mm-hmm.
NFL history.
Mm-hmm. He did. He surely did. He surely did.
I'll never forget. I think it was Stafford's year is when they finally went back because Stafford got like 6 for
They had
120 out the
enough.
gate,
When they
and
had enough.
yeah, they were like, "All right,
When they
man,
had
look,
enough.
you can't all just keep coming here being the highest paid niggas ever." Like, nah, we ain't doing that no more. And it was funny because
After
like I saw
Stafford
the
broke the
Elway
bank, they
doc.
had enough, and the game has never been the same since.
The Elway doc, Elway also did it, but it was like I think he was like 4 for 10 or something like that because it was 83, and like niggas was upset. They was like, "You gave this motherfucker $10 million," and it was like, bro, y'all had no idea what was coming down the road.
But see, that
Oh
was
man,
that was Jim Kelly in that draft, right?
Kelly, Marino, Elway.
History forgets because the USFL no longer exists. Jim Kelly got like 20 from the USFL.
Hey, look, man, get it how you want. Like now, Kansas City did admittedly. I said this again. They traded away the whole secondary. Traded slash let them walk. So they got. This is tough. Like I'm not even saying it's a bad pick. It's just an odd pick. This is they won't get the slander, but this is the Cowboys trading Micah and then going, "Oh, we need to go draft the pass rusher." You traded away
Not the same. It's
corners.
not the same at all.
I
It's not the same at all. It's not the
I've
same at
heard niggas telling me
all.
Trent McDuffie was top 5. So
Sure,
top
Mike is
5 corner,
top
top 5
two,
pass rusher.
and Mike is only not one because Jordan's number one. That's like Kobe being the second greatest fucking two guard of all
They got
time.
a
Like,
they got an alien in the league, man. I don't know what they keep letting aliens play human sports. Shit's getting fucked up out here. But I don't know. Will Anderson Jr. might got an argument for number 2. I wouldn't be mad at that.
there's an argument.
Mike is
At the
great.
time, he didn't though. Today, yes.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Last summer, he didn't, and I love Will Anderson.
Nah, Will's a monster. Shout out to Houston, by the way. Houston said, "Fuck your cap talk." Said we got one more year before we got to make a choice on CJ. Daniil Hunter getting 40 M's, Anderson getting 50, like Stingley getting the bag. Like we paying all these.
CJ
Niggas.
having CJ have another year like he did the last 2. They ain't got to worry about paying him no big money.
That's tough. I
Commanders
really
roster.
think it's the
I'll
Tank Dell
never like.
shit. I think I think not having Tank Dell there and then him being not the I don't want to say he's the reason Tank Dell got injured, but I think he feel like he's the reason Tank Dell got injured. And I think that's had a
Mm,
heavy effect on him. Sonny Styles to Washington. That feels
Yeah.
right for some reason.
that's so Dan Quinn gets Bobby Wagner 2.0. I fuck with it. That's a hell of a name to live up to, but you know,
Bobby Wagner like 6'1".
I'm talking about great man. I'm just talking about it being a great linebacker. Ray Lewis is only like 6 foot.
I didn't say Sonny Styles was the
Like
next Ray Lewis. Like
I don't even know if Ray is 6. Ray might not be 6 foot.
Ray Lewis
Like
is
Ray
not
might
as
actually
not
like.
as Ray Lewis isn't as large as I thought he was when I was 11 years old.
Oh, that's a fact. Okay, so they got so the NFL listed him at 6. No, sorry. So he was listed at various points at 6'1", but most sources believe he's about 6 foot and a quarter. Nigga played like he was 6'4", 280. Like it was just you got smacked by Ray Lewis over the middle. He was out.
Hey man,
Uh, I like that though. Styles to the CJ shit real quick. Before we move on to Styles, Bryce Young getting his 5th-year option guarantee before CJ Stroud is still one of the most like my brain. You just couldn't have told me that was reality 3 years
I
ago.
mean they both got it. It don't matter.
Yeah, but the Texans weren't sure about it. Them niggas said, "Give us about a month before you come back in the building." They said, "We need to, we
I
need,
feel
we
like the
need to think
Panthers
some
feel
things
like
over."
they feel like Bryce Young getting a little bit better every year, and the Texans feel
Yeah.
like CJ Stroud getting worse.
um, Styles obviously had the crazy combine, um, and I feel like a lot of times, like when you have the crazy combine, niggas just think that's why you hear. Styles is like hit the player. Do you feel like the player matches the combine? Like he wasn't just putting up crazy numbers, like showing he was an athlete. Like the player matches what the combine showed.
Um, everything, yeah, it all lines up. Like you look at his tape, if you will. Like he was great. He flew around. I thought that his play strength was in certain games was kind of lacking, but in the same vein, he was making the plays. So I think in the
Mm.
NFL, the tackle you make that's kind of easy in college, you have to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more physical with that same tackle. But he made the play. So it's like that's kind of that'd be nitpicky a little bit, but he's he's great. He's great. He's got the physical tools. He can cover, perform as safety. He can cover. He's not fucking Isaiah Simmons who made a career for himself, but he's not that. He's not him. He's a much better player, especially at this point. So Sonny Styles to Washington makes sense. Especially makes sense for Dan Quinn. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that play out.
No,
Dyson
definitely
Daniels made a
was. So we
three.
got
Might be over for the Knicks.
number. So who we got up at 8? Put my order
His
again.
mom saying we named him after Sonny and The Godfather is very funny to me because I'm like, did you watch that movie?
The so Chiefs traded. Okay, so we got Saints here at 8. Uh, so we still got the Saints. Still got Downs is available. We still got
We got Bane, we got
tackle,
Tyson.
which
New Orleans up next at 8.
they had.
I
The
think it's
Chiefs
Jordan
had to
Tyson.
think New Orleans was taking their pick.
I think it's Jordan Tyson. I think the Saints go Jordan
Williams,
Tyson.
Shuck. Are they bringing back Kamara? I don't know if that's been
Mm-hmm.
finalized or not yet. I know Cam Jordan's a free agent.
Kamara going to die in
That's
that
also.
goddamn gold and white.
But we're down what? How many edges do we have left that are still top 10? Because Bailey's gone, Reese is gone. Like, do you bring in somebody to replace Cam Jordan? If you do, who do you feel like is high enough to take
Bane
him?
is still there.
I keep forgetting about Ruben Bain. Will said the same shit like 2 picks ago, and I keep forgetting about Ruben Bain. My bad, Ruben. Like, you literally the thumbnail for what we're doing right now, and I keep forgetting. Like, I just, in my head, I'm like, he's just gone. Um, that'd be a good pick. Ruben Bain to the Saints, I won't be mad at. You get someone to replace, like, the best pass rusher in your franchise's history. Although Cam Jordan, all you bullshit. You going back on like a 1 year for $3 million. You don't want to go nowhere else, nigga. Like you don't.
He going
The Saints
back.
have been competitive in years, and
He going back or
you've
he
been happy as
retired, and
hell.
there's no other option.
Yeah, like you don't even look right in another jersey.
Especially
So,
not when they getting good.
that's a fact. Um, because then I'd go. I'm not opposed to Tyson. Oh, also we figured out, Tony, you definitely got like your TV is faster, or you at least current. Like I'm behind, so we kind of reacting off when you react to the picks. Because when Arizona made the pick, I had no fucking clue what was going on.
Hey man.
You just said, "Oh shit," and I was like, "Yeah, all right, oh shit."
Oh no, that was Tennessee.
um. Oh yeah, because Tate got paid. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Mm.
Because then who would?
Let me get off this damn app.
So out of the next 2 picks, we're on a commercial break right now. So you got Saints, Browns. So in this area, you got Tyson, you got the tackle, you got Bain. Would you still put Tyson over Bain for if you're the Saints?
If I'm the Saints, that's wide receiver 1 versus what I think is the best defensive player in this draft.
Well, it'd be 2 because they got Olave.
No, I'm saying I think
Hospital
I
long.
think Jordan Tyson's wide receiver 1 in this draft.
Oh, okay.
Probably Bane. I'd probably go Bane because I think there's guys the Saints could get on day 2 or second, third round if wide receiver is something they feel they really need to address, especially after trading Shaheed. So I'm sure they do feel like they need to add a guy with Olave and a guy for Shuck. But I would probably go Bane just because it never hurts to have that premium rusher. And I you're betting with the talent with Tyson. I get it being a little funny because Olave is not the healthiest motherfucker in the world, and then Jordan Tyson also isn't the healthiest motherfucker in the world.
Yeah,
But
Olave did have himself a season last year as
for
far as being
sure,
healthy all season, but like
Nah,
when
he
you
got
talk
away.
about,
He got away from Derek Carr. I felt like the health just fixed itself.
also possibly true. Also possibly true.
it's like
So
he was giving all hospital balls.
so it's that's
Facts.
tough. But I would probably lean Bang. But I get it either way. I got the Browns
If you
pick
the
got
Saints,
spoiled for me, but I'll refrain.
the if you the Saints, would you consider? Because I feel like this thing I've seen get like overdrafted and I've seen them like stay in the 20s. Would you consider Sadiq out of Oregon? If
If
you
I'm
feel
the
like I
Saints at
want to add
8,
another weapon, but I'm gonna go tight end. Yeah.
nah, can't do it. Can't do it. Not at 8. Not at 8.
I've seen I've seen him everywhere from the top 10 to the last 10 picks of the first round. Like he's been all over the place in like mock drafts.
Yep, it's Jordan Tyson to the Saints. I get it. I completely understand it.
This just feels like it's just an injury thing. Like if he didn't have injury
No, for sure.
concerns, you said
For
he was your
sure.
wide receiver 1, and he
Yeah, he's
got.
still my RZ1.
I also feel like some injuries I don't view like obviously they happen and you miss the time, but like a broken collarbone ain't a normal injury. Like I don't feel like that to me. I would rather like if you a nigga who constantly has like soft tissue injuries, then there's more concern there. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
could like
different.
if you just get laid
A
out.
broken bone in general is different.
Yeah, like that's like one play just fucked you up, right? Like you just and again it happened. He had to miss the time. Cool recovery, but that is a different than like example, like I guess it's NFL versus NBA, but like Embiid shit has always been like soft tissue. Like that nigga just can't like his muscles don't work. Like it's not like a bone thing. Versus if you just get fucked up really bad one play and that makes you miss time, I'm not putting you in the same boat as a nigga who's quote unquote injury prone and has dealt with massive injuries. Like that's just surgery and then you right back. Um So now I got the Browns. What do the Browns have that's good? Browns got the worst
The
contract in the
Browns,
NFL.
the Browns almost need to go receiver too, though.
But now is there another receiver you gonna take that high?
I don't know.
Like Tate and Tyson were like the clear top two.
'Cause I know who they got.
Uh,
Makai Lemon, he left. That's like I know those were always kind of thrown around as the top three. But I don't know if he the pick at 9.
it's like, would you take him? The Browns, and I'm gonna say this about a couple teams. Y'all should try to. Like, there's multiple teams with multiple first round picks. Like, if I'm the Browns, I'm calling the Rams, saying like, hey, is there somebody y'all really want up here? I'm calling. Who else got 2 picks?
I mean, it's too late now because they say the pick is in. But who do the Browns go with, Tony?
Well, I know I got on Twitter. Shouldn't have fucking got on Twitter, but I know who they're going with. If y'all don't care, I can say it now. Or if y'all want to wait.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Roll with it.
Okay, so they're going with Spencer Fano out of Utah, which I mean makes sense for them considering the O-line situation. And to many people, that's probably the number one tackle. I think Maui Noah was the number one tackle, but I get it. And Fano can play all 5 spots on the offensive line, so you also get that versatility.
Good luck in minicamp, nigga. Because if they put you a tackle,
Sink
really
or
put
swim,
you
Playboy.
anywhere. Like,
Sink or swim.
like that shit.
That's
Sink.
that's
A lot of
probably
niggas
the
sink.
that's probably the best practice you could get.
With hockey.
You practice against Myles Garrett. The rest of you niggas is food.
Everything after that is easy.
Nah, that's a fact. Um,
My son Jordan Tyson, ugly
Seven.
crying. Respect. Respect.
man, look. All right, so we know the Browns going offensive line. That tracks. Who y'all think the Browns are going to actually start week 1 at quarterback? Because that nigga's getting practice time.
It's
He
going to be
shouldn't be, but
Deshaun
he getting
Watson.
practice time.
It's going to be Deshaun Watson. They are rolling with that until they can't no more. I think this the last year of the deal, ain't it?
No.
Nah, I think he still got 2 more.
I think it's this year and 1 more.
Jeez. Okay. Better thing to ask. Is this the last year to guaranteed money?
That shit's all guaranteed.
It is. Fuck.
That nigga got. It's why.
But
like,
didn't they
he
rework
made
it
the
though?
Lamar-
Didn't they rework it?
I don't know what the niggas did. I know he got 2 more years of guaranteed money.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Watson. Like it is what it is. Like they are
I
starting
think
Deshaun Watson.
he will have to be asked.
If they cut this nigga, he's $80 million.
He literally got to be asked. He would literally have to go out there and be asked.
And he might, like, Shador, don't, like, keep training, bro. Like, you still gonna have a chance.
He for sure got a chance as long as if he asks.
That shit is. Because that's why, I may have misremembered, but, like, because that's a fucked up stuff of the Lamar shit. Is Lamar was like, well, if this nigga can get fully guaranteed, why can't I? And every other owner was like, I ain't doing it. He's like, the Browns ain't the example. Like, we not following Cleveland. Spencer Fano.
The problem is, had they 12 months before they did that, nobody would have blinked the eye at them doing that. They did that after everything.
The fully guaranteed would be tough. Because, yes, I agree with you. Like, 24-year-old Deshaun Watson, definitely, like, there was some thoughts. Like, damn, how good could this nigga be? Because, like, we didn't feel like Houston was, like, the best scenario. Like, he obviously had D-Hop, but, like, that wasn't the best situation still, and he was out here cooking. Doing it afterwards was just insane. And especially when, like, it felt like you were bidding against yourself. Like, you wouldn't have to go fully guaranteed. Like, that wasn't the nigga to be like, oh, like, this is how we gonna set the standard.
Well, it was them and the Falcons, and they felt like that was the only way they could go. So I mean, hey, it is what it is.
He turned out to be a bad person, but that would have been heat. 24-year-old Deshaun Watson in Atlanta, that would have been heat. Like again,
Would
like
have would
obviously
have been
everything came
fun.
out afterwards, but like,
Would have been fun
um,
for sure.
so now the Giants
25
can't do
starts at
much.
right tackle, 11 at left tackle. We got some names on the board left. I mean, the spots are the spots themselves are different, but the names that have gone have been pretty much what we thought would be gone at this point.
I think Delane's my only exception. I feel like he's the only one I'm like, if he probably got picked a little early. Okay, I like this pick. It just populated for me. I don't know if they announced it yet for y'all.
Which one, the Giants pick?
Yeah,
No, it didn't come up yet for me. It's about to come up now. Let's see.
it just popped up. I'm just following on ESPN, the website, not the stream.
So they go Maui
My
Noah,
streams.
which makes sense. Which makes complete sense for sure. I get that. That is a good get. Solidify your
I like.
help your defensive line and your offensive line, which obviously needs help because you can't go into another season with Evan Neal. They signed fucking Daniel Falele. Yeah, speaking from experience,
That was all.
that's not ideal neither. So
That's
yeah, for sure, a great pick. Now this is where it gets interesting for the Ravens. This is where it gets interesting. Got to get past Dallas,
the
Miami, Rams, and then we're in the clear.
you hoping out for Bane?
No. Need Ioane. Need Ioane. Like Bane in theory would be great, but Ioane is the safest offensive lineman in his draft. He may not have the highest ceiling, but he has the highest floor.
No, that's fair. Uh, to the Giants pick real quick. I like this a lot because not just your offensive line, like Evan Neal, obviously, like at guard, you're already struggling. Uh, Andrew Thomas is a top 5 tackle when he's healthy, but when he's healthy is a big deal. Like he's great, he's talented as hell, he plays his ass off, and you can almost just guarantee that nigga's not gonna get you 17. Like he gonna stop around 10 to 12 games, and then he's gonna miss some time. And with a young quarterback, like to have a guy who could step in and be your left tackle, and who they just paid a right tackle. He was taking shots at Colin. That shit was funny because Colin told him they'll draft an offensive lineman, and that nigga said, "Fuck y'all, I'm already here." And then they still drafted an offensive tackle. Uh,
Well, Maui Noah can play guard too, which is the helpful part of
mm,
this all. And he probably will slide into guard because Harbaugh likes the tackles turn guard guys. So he's probably an interior guy for them. Which, like I said, that was Evan Neal last year. You signed for Alele. Like, I just don't think that's doable. So Maui Noah's probably sliding inside to guard one of the guard spots.
Evan Neal got the opposite of a nasty man contract. He got a zero guarantee. This nigga just got him. He got basically an invite to camp.
Hey man, he
Like,
got that first contract money. You gotta.
gotta make it count. Cowboys. This feels perfect for the Cowboys to get Caleb Downs, right?
Or Bane. You got Rashawn Gary, who's getting up there.
Got Quentin
Didn't have a great
Williams.
season in Miami. You got Quentin Williams, who uh, traded some capital for. So this feels like Caleb Downs makes a lot of sense for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised at Ruben Bain right here either for Dallas.
Neither is
Caleb
a
Downs,
bad
Ruben
pick,
Bain outside
honestly.
the top 10. Huh. I'm not necessarily surprised, but I am. I'm surprised Caleb Downs is outside the top 10. I'm not surprised Bain is. I am kind of really surprised that Caleb Downs made outside the top 10. So
I
Cowboys
wouldn't.
flip with Miami to go up from 12 to 11 because they thought that what if it's Makai Lemon and they trade Pickens later on?
The Cowboys can't keep doing that, man. The Cowboys can't keep getting rid of niggas who's like established and just keep trying to get younger ones.
But I mean, he signed They said it's going to be no long term talks for a contract. He signed his franchise tag, which
Franchise
allows him to
tag.
be traded.
That's just such a bad. I'd be so. And I got a homie who's a Cowboys fan, but I'm like, that's a frustrating way to do business, man. Even as a
It's the
fan, like you start
Cowboys.
liking like a player and like they
it's, the,
become a great player for your
it's the
team.
Cowboys,
I
man.
know that's what I'm saying. I'm like, with him and I talk, he's like, bro, like I love the Cowboys. Like I don't trust Jerry with the damn, and I'm like, I don't blame you. You can't. Like, okay, so
Who the
Miami
Giants go with?
wants. If Miami drafts
Francis
Makai
Maui
Lemon,
Noah
I'm good
from
with it.
Miami.
What is he, a tackle?
Yeah, tackle, but I think he's going to play guard for them.
Okay.
If Miami releasing Tyreek Hill, trading Jalen Waddle, signing Malik Willis, and then bringing in Lemon and um, I know they've been linked to Casey Concepcion like a 30.
They
That
can't go
is,
two wide
I don't know what the
receivers
fuck
first
that is,
round,
dude.
though. That's crazy.
Hey man, look, ah,
You don't have
if
pass
Miami goes
rushers.
to the
You don't have much of anything on defense. Like you got Chop Robinson and some other stuff. Like you can't go two wide outs first round.
Halfley said he's a defensive genius. He just said, "Get me 11 guys on
This
the field, I'll make it
I
work."
don't know, man. This Cowboys pick is tricky. It kind of feels like Bane because I think Miami's looking at it like, hey, we're fine taking Makai Lemon.
Eh. Well, you said Miami just traded up to 11, right?
No, Dallas traded up to 11 from 12. They flipped with Miami.
What did they give up to go up one spot?
They showed the capital. I can't remember it though.
The Cowboy. What a weird.
Hey, CJ McCollum might be on that shit, man.
Hey, no, I said they said New York will turn anybody into an enemy. Like CJ McCollum, like the
No,
nicest
that's
guy in the
real.
league,
That's
and
a
they said
fact. That's a
they said
fact.
they're acting like, nah, this nigga trying to
That's
fuck
a
us up,
fact.
and it's like, do y'all know who the fuck? Like the nigga had a Lehigh. I if that's your villain, like congrats. If I'm the Cowboys, you gotta go defense if you're Dallas. I just don't know. I would take Downs. I think he's like the best overall player, but I get it. It now they did just sign PJ Lock, and shout out to PJ and Caleb Downs, but shout out to PJ Lock. Um, oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, it just populated for me. That makes sense though. If you go 11, 12, they about to play. I think they about to right now. Let's see here. How far back am I? Does it show you if the Cowboys made their pick yet? My shit just says the pick is in.
You muted, Will.
Odell walking to the stage.
It was indeed.
Caleb Downs.
It was indeed.
That's a smart pick.
Caleb Downs feels like a cowboy. Him in that cowboy colors.
That's tough. The Cowboys got decent uniforms. Like, for as much shit as people talk about the Cowboys got good uniforms.
Niggas ain't never had no problems with the uniforms. That ain't never been the criticism.
So did they think Miami was gonna take Downs? I guess
I
that's
do
not a bad thought
do.
process.
Maybe.
In our last conversation, is just talking about not trusting Darian, not trusting Jerry, and I'm like, I like the Cowboys roster. It's not as good as I still stand. Philly's got the best roster. Them niggas just hate each other. So like that shit just has implosion written all over it. Especially if well now with the news of the day, who knows if AJ Brown is going to the Patriots? Just saying, like it's who knows.
Hey man, who's to say?
What's the
Who is to
news of the
say?
day?
The news of the day, the 6-year scandal.
We don't.
Gotta make
Hey,
Bro,
we
y'all
all
talking
gotta
about
make
Vrabel
choices.
and Shorty Doo-Wop? That shit, man.
the Rossini, the Vrabel Rossini connection. They're calling it. That's crazy,
That
man.
shit is-
But back to football. Back to shit that matters.
But-
Caleb Downs to the Cowboys is a really good pick because you look at, like we just talked about, they got Rashawn Gary, got Quentin Williams, and you want to get help for the spine of your defense and kind of get that back end locked in. You talked about PJ Locke. PJ Locke can play the deep half, whereas Caleb Downs is more of a Swiss Army knife, and he's a much better box guy, you know, Kyle Hamilton type of player as far as like usage. He doesn't have the speed to play deep center as far as being a safety. So being able to have that in that defense, it helps them out a lot because he can play in the box, he can play the slot and cover guys there, and he doesn't give up big plays. And something we saw from the Cowboys defense a lot was giving up big plays. So you got a guy that does not allow explosive plays, and that is what they needed because if that defense was worth anything last year, it's a different season for the Cowboys based on how the offense plays. So
Oh yeah. And who they got at corner? The Cowboys got
they still got Devon Bland, who they just paid. They got Diggs' brother out of there, and they got what's my
yeah,
guy
Diggs and
from
them still on.
Florida? No, not Florida State. Um, Talk fucking what's the 6'4" corner? Went to Eastern Carolina. Dallas Cowboys roster. What is his name? He's a good corner though.
Because linebackers definitely like their weak spot. Like Cowboys linebackers were like hilariously atrocious last year, and Downs helps you with that automatically because he can just play in that area. And so even though he's not a linebacker by name or by position, like him being
They
in
picked
that
up Kobe
area, and then like you
Durant.
said, PJ.
They do got Devin
Okay.
Ezeraku. Still got Malik Hooker
These
there.
they nailed Dallas. If Dallas, which they won for two so far, well, obviously the late round picks too. But like if Dallas nails this draft, like we were talking about early in the week, they got a really good shot where I'm like, I'm not, hey, let's go. Shout out to like they got a real chance to be the best team in that division. I like Miami's pick at 12.
What? Wow.
Talk about the hey man, look,
Wow,
you
wow,
an athletic
wow.
fat man, like you ready.
I love Caden Proctor as a tackle if you can promise me he's gonna be 350 pounds. If you can promise me
What if
Caden
we just
Proctor's
put 350
350
on there?
pounds, I'm perfectly fine with him at tackle.
What if we just write 350 on like the thing?
No, no, no,
Like
no,
niggas don't
no,
actually
no,
do the
no,
scaling. What if we just write
no,
350?
no, no. Can't play
They
those
used to do that with
games.
Shaq. Shaq got so heavy with Miami at the end, they stopped weighing that nigga. They just
Savon
said he was
Revel was his
380
name.
last.
Yeah, Savon Revel was the Cowboys corner I was thinking about. So the Cowboys, man, they still got another pick in this round. They picked up Caleb Downs. They're making some moves. Obviously, the offensive line is solidified. The Pickens situation is tricky. The Pickens situation is very tricky.
I don't understand, and maybe it's their plan at the franchise tag. I think it's the wrong way to do it. If I'm them, I just tell, hey, because more teams I think are gonna start doing this. Because like the Bengals is this. The Bengals have had a wildly, weirdly well run offseason. Like we talked about this a bit on Monday. Like they're acting like a real NFL franchise.
To some,
If I'm
to some.
Dallas, if I'm Dallas, I just tell George like, look, man, it's gonna be a 2-year deal, but we'll make you top 5 paid for those 2 years. Like you get your money, you get paid, and in reality, if you really think you built like that, because he's 28, like Pickett's young as hell. So I'm like, if you really feel like you're gonna be that guy for the next 2 years, you get to go get another contract. We're just not gonna guarantee you 4 to 5 years at top 5 wide receiver money. That's got to
If
be
I'm
reserved for
George
like
Pickens, if
JSN,
I'm George
Chase.
Pickens' agent, or even if I'm George Pickens, you can't talk to me like that. You
You
can't
want
talk to
to
me like
take
that. I was just top 3 in the league in receiving yards. Like you can't talk to me like that. I
what
carried this passing game when CD was out.
JSN got 4 for 160, right? Like that was his deal. 4 for like 162, 160. I think he got just enough to barely beat out Chase. I think was the final number. But like, cool. He gets 4 160. If I tell you two for 75 to 78, you wouldn't take that to be a top 5 paid receiver for the next 2 years? Top 3,
No,
really.
no, like no. I need long-term guarantees. That's the name of the game.
Hey, Dexter
It's not
Lawrence.
the NBA.
Dexter Lawrence just took 1 for 30. I
And
didn't know
he
there was
gonna
a
be pissed about that
2017
next
like
off
standard.
season. He gonna be, and it's gonna be a
That's
problem
fine. The
again
Bengals are
next
keeping
off
him.
season. And
No, the
that's what he
Bengals did.
want.
They
He want to be somewhere long term, secured financially. That's the point.
what's whatever the fuck the Bengals owner is. He said I can run a team, and he said that's all y'all get for the next 5 years. Like Joe Burrow, hope you happy, man, because it's about to
Hey
be
man,
dark for the next couple of years.
hey, he should expect that though. That's kind of the name of the game for them.
My man
The
said he never
Rams
heard
pick
of
is in.
trades.
This is Makai Lemon. This feels like it's Makai Lemon. If it's Ruben Bain, that'd be very funny. You just got smaller fucking what's his name? What's my guy?
Jalen Waddle.
No,
Jared
stupid.
Verse.
Yeah, he's got smaller Jared Verse.
Jared Verse is just smaller. Aaron Donald.
Some would say I wouldn't be some, but some would say
Oh.
damn Byron
Do
Young
you
had
think
12
Proctor was a
touchdowns.
reach at 12?
I don't think it was a reach. I'm just surprised he went 12. Like I said, I when you get to 12, I can kind of see anything going down. I like Caden Proctor a lot. Like I said, if it's just the weight. Like if you can promise me his weight is under control, I'm perfectly fine with him being my left tackle at that spot. If the weight isn't under control, he's a guard. You got to kick him in the guard.
What top
And
12
then
pick?
even at
The
that
guy
point,
20
I
some.
can I'm not it's tough because if it works out, that's great. But if it doesn't work out and he's 370 and you got to kick him inside, then I just spent the fucking 12th pick on that. That's tough.
Nah, it was and Quentin Nelson absolutely deserved it. Like Quentin Nelson's been he's at worst the second best guard in the league since he's been in here. But that's the kind of player you got to be to justify being like a top first round guard. Like you got to basically be Quentin Nelson, who again has lived up to it. He's been an All Pro several seasons. He is uh, niggas will call me biased. I think he's the second best guard in football right now. Uh, but he's absolutely been a beast. Proctor, $20 million though to go live in Miami. Ain't a bad gig, man.
Worst lives to live.
Ain't a bad life.
Good
Go from
money if you can get
Alabama,
it.
like,
There
and
are
you
worse
gotta
lives to
feel like
live.
you got the quarterback. Like Miami obviously is not like a great roster. Like they got issues. They're like, if you had to say a team was going to be like who's in the running for first overall pick year, Miami is in that short list. But Malik Willis, I think, can play. And so you got that at least as if you're going to play left tackle. Like, your quarterback's not a bum. So, shout out to Miami. Shout out to Caden Proctor. And you might catch a screen pass. Who knows? They might let you do what Panay Sewell does in Detroit.
God, no, they wouldn't do that,
Prove
you
me,
know.
prove me. I just hey, look, man. He did it once. I laughed because who was on Pat's podcast? They had one of the Georgia players on, and they basically said like, "So what did y'all think when like and caught the ball?" And he just was like, "The fuck was I gonna do?" Like this nigga started running downhill at 350 something. I was just like,
There's
"Good luck."
nothing you could do.
I
There's
waited for somebody.
nothing
I
you
was
could
like, I
do.
waited for a couple more guys. Yeah, like he's like he stumbled. He took like 2 or 3 steps and stumbled, and it was like, yeah. Sometimes it's just you meet somebody in the hole and it's over. Especially when them niggas is 350 plus. What we think the Rams are doing? Oh, unless the pick just came in. No, shit's behind. Uh,
Hold on, because I'm seeing some shit on the internet. I don't know if it's true yet.
On where?
Huh?
On where?
on Twitter,
Fucking X.
Oh no,
they got
that's
that
never
Riley
a
Moss
good.
trade notification.
That's never a good place.
No,
That's
no,
never a
no.
good place. I don't even want to check it. I want to be surprised by the foolishness.
The
But Justin, to your question, I think it's Makai Lemon. Like that makes the most sense. Your star wide receivers in racism rehab. I don't know how that works. Um, you got your other star wide receiver is 34, 33 with bad hamstrings. So this feels like the pick. He's in a McVay vein. Um, does everything they essentially want their wide receivers to do. So I feel like
Whoa.
it's Makai Lemon. It ain't Makai Lemon, I'm guessing.
I'm a. I'm a. I don't, hey yo, hold up. I'm waiting again. I'm this ESPN is updated quicker even than the fucking
So
Twitter
they
at the
was
moment.
not.
Hey,
Twitter
that's
was
what I
not
wanted. I
lying.
wanted that face. I needed that. We clipping the fuck out of that. That's
That's
what
why
I
I
needed.
said. I said I was like I was as I'm scrolling. I said, oh, they got to be trolling.
Hey, roll tide, man. Roll tide. Let's go. Stafford last year, like
I was
now.
scrolling and I
I'm gonna
said
say
they
this real
got to
quick,
be
and then y'all can
trolling.
react. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna be consistent, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Especially, I gotta pour myself some coffee. We said to start this. If your head coach really loves the quarterback, that matters more than your quarterback being like quote unquote have all the skills, tools, etc., etc. If Sean McVay is like, "Hey, Ty is my guy post Stafford," it don't matter if Ty Simpson is elite. If Sean McVay believe in you and that's what you want to roll with, you got something. And if you feel like is 13 a little high, yeah. But if your coach believe in you, man, anything is possible.
I like Ty Simpson. I fuck with Ty Simpson. I really do. I thought he could have used another year in college, but I get him coming out because he was never going to be in this spot next year. So I get it. But
Mm-hmm.
13, dog. Like Ty Simpson had some great games. Like he threw dots. He had a lot of motherfuckers drop passes on him. Like some of his best throws can go against anybody. Like he put great shit together. But man, 13. Well, I
Now,
don't.
granted,
I'm not
I
even gonna
think
say I
I
don't
think,
know. I get it. Like I get it. I get it. But it's just like damn.
and it's. I mean, I guess if you get to play behind Stafford for a little bit, so you get to learn kind of in that system. And I don't know and of course I don't follow college, but I mean if you the Rams and maybe if this is going to be Stafford's last year, maybe you looking at the quarterback landscape of next year and don't love it or maybe not even love your position or where you could end up.
I think
It's
it's
kind
more
of
You're
that.
not
like,
gonna have this high of a
I
pick.
think they
and
don't
that's
think
kind of
they.
and
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of like to even like I don't necessarily know if McVay loved him, but I think if McVay looked at that and said, all right, well, we ain't gonna be in position to get a top quarterback in the draft next year. Why not pull the trigger now?
Yeah, I was about to say. I think this is a result of that. Like I think because next year's quarterback class is better, but they ain't going to have this high
They're not
pick.
gonna be in. Yeah, they're not gonna be in the spot to get one of those.
Man, Ty Simpson 13.
I'm wondering if it was just nobody who was willing to trade back, like, or who needed to move up for somebody specifically. Because
Possibly,
I can't imagine them
possibly.
not trying to trade back.
I wonder who. Not wonder, because what's the second pick they got? What's the second pick they have?
Who the Rams? Let me see.
Yeah, because I know they have another first rounder. So what's that other first round pick that they have?
Um, let's see. I got it up now. Oh no, they just I'm showing them with number 13 and and a second round, number 61 overall.
Did they trade?
So the Rams traded their first round pick away. They got another first round pick from the Falcons, but they didn't actually have two first round picks.
Gotcha. Okay.
The other
Okay.
pick is they got
Okay. I see what you
from
said.
the Chiefs.
Got it.
The corner.
Oh yeah, the McDuffie trade. That's right. They did.
Yeah, March
I forgot
11th,
about the
yeah.
McDuffie trade. Yeah. That did happen. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ravens
So,
pick
Ty
is in.
Simpson.
Yeah, so
They are in a
so that means now you got a chance to get your guy.
They're in a fantastic spot.
Who
They
is your
can.
guy? Who
They
is your
were
guy?
always, for the most part, they were always going to be in a place where I like the pick either way. But I didn't see this coming though. I want them to take
Who?
Vanga Aone from Penn State because they need the offensive line help. But I mean, shit. If it's Ruben Bain, I can't. Like I.
Pick is in.
Would you have, I guess, real quick, Tony, before it's official, would you have did you think Proctor was already going to be gone, or did you want him over Proctor?
No, Caden Proctor never crossed my
far as
mind.
offensive
Going to the
line,
Ravens, Caden Proctor never crossed my mind.
The
Yeah, it was always Ione. It was always Vanga. It was always Vanga, man. Where does Ruben Bain go? Is it Tampa? Is Tampa keeping this pick?
They say the pick is in for them already.
This is going to be if you the Jets and Ruben Bain falls to you and you get Bain and Bailey,
Woo!
like, just that.
You
I don't know what
cooking with
Tampa's going to do.
grease.
Tampa could come in and snipe this. Although if I'm Tampa, high key, I might get this. Would be a great pick for Lemon.
Yeah, because you can't count on Chris Godwin. Ibuka
You got Buka, but
had
Mike
some
Evans
injury
just
issues
left.
last year, and Mike Evans left.
Evans is gone.
Yeah,
Makai
Makai Lemon is a very Baker type of wide receiver too.
Leonard.
Or Sadiq. Like, or no, who Tampa got a tight end? I feel like I'm blanking.
Uh,
Doesn't Tampa have like a white boy who just caught like 60,
Trevor
70
Trevor
passes?
Sycamore, who I follow, and everybody that in the draft like community know about Trevor. Trevor is a Bucks fan. Trevor was saying that he don't see them going Sadiq again because it's too much like OJ Howard.
I
Undersized.
watched Eric Mangini. Eric Mangini was scared. That was the Vernon Golston thing. Is Eric Mangini was like, I got PTSD because I drafted Vernon Golston, and that was the last draft pick that I ever made as a head coach. So he was like, I might stay away from Marvell Reese, but he was like, I don't blame him if they go that way. He's like, I just might stay away from it.
That's funny.
Shout out to Vernon Golston. I definitely thought you was gonna be.
Yeah, my
that.
brother. Yep, they are texting me now. I need them to not.
That was a
Okay.
consensus pick for the Ravens, like they wanted.
That's the only person that's been mocked. If you look at 90% of Ravens mocks, like over the last few months, like that's the pick, and that should be the pick. That's the thing. It's like the way everybody bitched about Fale last year, deservedly so. I'm not sitting here saying it wasn't deserved. The way that everybody complained about the offensive line last year, to go get John Simpson back, who was really productive for the Jets, high floor guy, to get Van Gaione to come in, who, like I said, I thought he had the highest floor of all these offensive linemen. Um, you need that. Like I said, you got to build the wall for the quarterback, and forever, however long Lamar is here, he cannot get touched. He has to stay upright, and that starts with offensive line. And worst case scenario, the worst case scenario that he is not here for a long time, the next guy behind him will have something together. So that's what it's all about.
Oh, that's a fact. Sean Payton
What
built
is
an offensive line for Russell Wilson. He just wasn't here long.
That'll happen. Nobody could have saw that coming. The only people that could have saw that coming was Seattle.
I remember I was hyped as hell. I almost got in a car accident because I got the Will texted say, "Hey, yo, the Broncos got Russell Wilson." I was out driving. I was a menace for like the next 45 seconds on the road.
You
It wasn't working.
Us losing you because you crashed that day, and then it playing out the way it did.
Oh, I'd have been heartbroken. I'd have been heartbroken.
Like, I can't believe my nigga Justin checked out for this.
I would have came to his tombstone and roasted him.
I'd have been. I'd have came back just to leave again. Like I would.
We might have had to put some money on Russ here.
I would have made up a lie.
Like,
I would have said you was sick for a long time. We didn't know about it. I wouldn't have said you went out like that.
Please.
Dying of excitement over Russell Wilson is crazy.
And I thought them niggas fleeced him. It was like Drew Lockett's a pick. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like, get him out of here.
That nigga said Drew Lockett, Noah Fant.
I was like, one of them picks turned into Devin Witherspoon. Not a big deal. I ain't worried.
Super Bowl champion Devin Witherspoon.
That's all pro Devin Witherspoon.
Hey, man,
that's tough. That's tough.
It depends how you talk about him.
It's only
That was like
a
the
few
worst
ways
part.
to
It was
talk
like
about.
They got the 2 picks, and Denver was ass. So like them picks turned even to like be more fire.
Who was the backup QB in Seattle?
Gino.
No bullshit. Gino, yeah. I might be missing somebody, like another journeyman guy, but like Gino was the.
No. I'm talking about this year.
Shit. Who was the backup in Seattle this year? It was still Drew Lock?
Super Bowl champion Drew. So y'all traded away Super Bowl champions.
Hey, look, man. Nah, no offense.
This Knicks Hawks game is coming down to the wire.
Them niggas leaving Denver going to become Super Bowl champions is crazy.
Hey, look, man.
Tampa Bay, what are y'all about to do? Abuka being fucking 67 yards away from 1,000 is tough.
I think they go Makai.
I think it's Makai.
What you call it? Man, fuck that trade.
Ruben Bain.
Gotta get back one more time, man.
Ruben Bain to the Bucks.
That's a good pick.
Ruben Bain dropping to 15. Man. Great situation though. Shit, I'd be feeling real good if I'm him.
Who go next?
We got the Jets next. I think it's Makai.
If I'm the Jets, I take.
They need a wide receiver too.
They for sure
need a wide receiver
They
too.
need a quarterback.
I can't depend on AD Mitchell, and Garrett Wilson needs some help.
Ain't no bullshit.
AD Mitchell was alright when he got that. When he got to the Jets.
But we got to think about a 17-game season, and it's like, I don't know. I think Makai Lemon just fits that though. Because at worst, let's say AD Mitchell can keep that up. You got him and Wilson on the outside, and then you can throw Makai Lemon
Kind of
inside
in the
that slot,
slot.
and that sets up Geno nice.
Who they gonna have playing running back?
See,
Is they giving Brees some money or what?
They franchised him. I don't know if he signed it yet, but they franchised him.
I
He'll
don't
have
think
to
he
sign it
signed it yet.
eventually. He'll have to sign it eventually.
see, I go. This we got recent. See, I would go McCoy here. Just again, that defense is fucking awful. And if you believe in Geno Smith, you got to say that like your offense is going to be theoretically just. It's got to be. I'm
Who
gonna say
said they
it's got to
believe
be
in
a
Geno
great
Smith
spot.
though?
It's got to be really
I
Geno.
believe in Geno. Who's to say they do though?
The Jets, they brought them niggas back.
I mean, they bought
They
him back
figured
for
he was
pennies on
better
the
than
dollar.
they.
Like
They
want to
figured he
see
was
them
better
back.
than what they had.
they bought him back for pennies on the dollar. They ain't break bank.
But they had to get rid of Justin Fields. Is Justin on the roster? I actually don't know
He
what
on
they
the
have on him.
Chiefs.
So he on the Chiefs.
He might still be on the roster.
He on the Chiefs.
Oh, see, and I bet you they ate most of his contract. Justin Fields actually don't get playing time though, because the Chiefs don't do quarterback sneaks. So Justin Fields can actually do quarterback sneaks on them.
Tell us why they don't do quarterback sneaks,
But
Justin. I know you
Chiefs
itching to. Tell us why.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Never made that nigga miss time for the first time in his career. Payback. Nigga missed like 4 weeks. It was a great time.
This Al Bundy ass story you keep telling, like we don't
You know,
care
like
if you
if you
scored
got to
4
deal with Brady
touchdowns in high
2.0,
school, man.
like if if you got to deal with Brady 2.0 in your division, at least you don't got to deal with Brady doing quarterback sneaks on your team. Denver saved the whole
Ru-
league as far as I'm concerned.
Ruben Bain looks absolutely terrifying. Thank God he's in the NFC.
They said that nigga got an 80s hairline. He going to the Hall of Fame.
That bitch damn near
What
70s.
else we got
That
here?
nigga got the same hairline as Joe Frazier.
That's,
Ruben Bain got the look of a nigga
oh
that
shit.
fought for the heavyweight title when it was like one belt.
Y'all.
His shit. He could have been wrestling in the 70s.
Bad news, Bane.
Like
The
take it.
WWF when it was 3 of them shits. They only wrestled
He
in
done fucked
Madison
somebody
Square
up.
Garden. The
So
Jets
Jets up
leaving this
next.
draft
We got
with who did they take?
then the
They got
Lions.
Bailey.
Oh
You leave
wow.
this draft. You leave
Bailey.
this draft with Bailey and Lemon. That's a W. It's not Lemon, Will.
Will sounds like he just got the update.
Not not on my
Will's
TV
got the
yet.
update. Will
Twitter.
just said,
I
hey.
got the update from Twitter.
Rod just making his way to the stage.
Now some of these niggas got like they got future sight, bro. Like they really got future sight. Like some of these niggas like posting shit like before Goodell knows. And then ESPN, the website, is like weirdly ahead of the fucking stream.
Okay. Okay.
Next, we got next.
Sadiq, it's too many white women around, champ. It's too many white women around.
He's right himself though.
that's tough. That's a tough look. That's a tough look. That is a tough look.
Hey, look, man. So they got. There's another thing Mangini was talking about. He's like, because Mangini drafted Dustin Keller. And Dustin Keller had a couple good years there.
Let's say Dustin Keller was fine. He was relatively fine.
He actually asked a good question, and I was like, it stumped me for a second, and then it clicked in about 30 seconds later, and it's like Sadiq is basically a receiver tight end, right? Like, he's not a great blocker. Um,
He
and so
competes
somebody
like
on the
he's
show
not a
just asked
nothing
him, he's like,
blocker.
so why don't these
He
niggas just?
he competes as a blocker.
But they basically asked him like, why don't they just classify as a receiver? Like receivers make twice the amount of money as tight ends. If you pretty much only out there to catch passes, like why don't he just say he's a wide receiver? And
That's not up to him.
Sometimes guys just say the obvious shit out loud. You said what?
I said that ain't really up to him.
Well, that's what he said. He's like, I bet he did tell his coach he was a receiver, and his coach told him, "Get your ass back on the line. You a tight end." Like, but he said he's like, but then he also
Who is
brought up a good
the
point where he's like, people don't realize as great as like even like, and he brought up like all time names. He's like, even when you take like Kelsey, Gronk, etc., like some of these guys who are obviously like the best tight ends ever, he's like, there's a reason why they're beating linebackers and safeties. There's only a handful of guys who can get separation against number one corners consistently. And that's really, even if you're a receiving tight end, like, that is the difference. Like, what Chase and Jefferson do are drastically different than what, like, McBride, Kelsey, and George Kittle do. Still great for the position, but
Oh, Jalen
oh,
Brunson
wow.
just
He just,
sold the
yeah, sold
game.
them.
Jalen Brunson sold the game. Hawks 2-1.
Damn.
109, 108. The
who
Hawks
who is
almost
the
sold this game multiple times.
who is the Panthers wide receiver two?
Jalen Coker. Don't let him tell you it's Leggett
Le-
because it is Jalen Coker.
I was
Don't.
like, I know. The reality is, it's Tet and whoever the fuck they got on the other side. Because it's a
Makai Lemon is going
like
within
they don't
these
have like a
next.
consistent.
After Detroit, he's going within the next 3 picks.
And that's why I was asking because I'm like, all right, I know Minnesota got Addison and
But
Jonas.
they might not want to pay Addison. That's the thing.
Because
True.
Addison don't got a clean off the field record either. Like Addison, they
No,
might
he
not
does
want to
not.
pay for a handful of reasons.
No, he does not.
So, like, the
And
Lions would be weird to me because Lemon feels
no, no,
like
no.
Brown 2.0, and I don't know if you want
That's why
to.
he said after the Lions.
Yeah, after the lines, because to what me and Justin
Yeah.
was talking about earlier, I'm in the camp of Dallas might be trading George Pickens. And if Makai Lemon is there, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What about? I don't know how you feel about Monroe Freeland from Georgia. The
Love
tackle
him.
could probably play guard. I
Love
think
him.
he's big as fuck.
Love him.
This feels like a Dan Campbell player because you got the shit that with Ragno because he just retired. And by the way, Detroit, that was bullshit. Like you had a nigga who played through mad injuries, played through fucking broken niggas came out the woodworks. Like role players on the line, special teams niggas. Like man, I saw this nigga play through like I had a sprained heart one game. They put out so many fucking injuries on him, and it's like they're like, oh, this has always been our policy. And I'm like, it was bullshit when you did it with Barry. It was bullshit when you did it with Calvin. And it's bullshit when you did it with Ragnar. Like, I get it. He's not those guys. But,
Hmm.
like, it's bullshit any player. You do that shit to. So, y'all talented as hell right now. I think you're going to bounce back. You're going to be good again. But, like, some of this shit is how you can tell, like, bad franchises are bad franchises. That was some bull. Especially because he
No,
brought this nigga back
that's
out. Like,
real.
he was already retired. Um, but if you get another offensive lineman again, you have the Ragnar injury. You've also got at some point, like, because I don't think you're going to keep both Decker and Sewell at that rate going forward. Like,
They don't
moving Panay
have
over to
Decker
left
anymore
tackle
though.
potentially. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they were talking about moving Penny to left, but I think if you get Monroe Freeland, I think you keep Penny Sewell at right and let Monroe Freeland not let, but he's your left tackle. Now he still
Definitely
has
be your
some
left.
developing, but the best of Monroe Freeland is some of the best offensive line tape in his whole draft. Like he's 6'7", he's the one true left tackle. He's the one true left tackle in this draft. He's not, oh yeah, he can play guard or he can play right tackle. Like no, he's a left tackle. He's 6'7", can move, and like I said, he still has developing to do because he didn't play a lot at Georgia as you typically see guys play. But if this is what Detroit goes with, like it's perfect. It's perfect sense to me.
Sewell's great. I was just like,
I was in on Monroe
it's
Freeland
kind of the
going
best
six
friend.
to Cleveland if they didn't trade it. I was in on that.
Damn. Oh, so you had him going real high.
I didn't have him going there, but I wouldn't have been mad with that.
See, I just my thought process is obviously if you got a left-handed quarterback, which is only ever a handful of them, then fine, your best tackle being the right tackle makes sense. But Sewell might be the best player on that team, and so my brain, I'm just like, man, I would really love him to be the left tackle. I know there's like some shit I probably don't understand about the actual difference between left and right tackle. I think Sewell could play anywhere on the line, and he'd be
like all
the
of us.
best or second best at worst at any position. Yeah, like I just he is as far as a lineman goes, who's better than him? Like I give Trent kind of like the legacy award because he's been there forever, and but Sewell's probably better than him in 2026.
Blake Miller, okay. So you can move Penny Sewell to the left. Blake Miller is a for sure right tackle. Funny enough, kind of the opposite of Freeland, but he's a high floor tackle. Um, Not super athletic, but just stout, just good. Like Blake Miller is good at everything. He started a lot of games at Clemson. Like that's a Lions pick. That's a Lions pick for sure. 54 straight starts. Taylor Decker was his comp. Like that's a Lions pick.
I'm sorry, Sewell and I'll give Tristan Wirfs his credit too. Those are probably the two best, like just any position on the offensive line. They're probably the two best in the sport right now.
Ah,
Vikings
I can roll with
18.
that. I can roll with that,
I
but
would love.
it's. I feel like Creed has gotta be there.
So Wirfs is an All-Pro at left and right tackle, and
Yes.
Sewell is just a fucking monster. Like, and again, like Trent gets my legacy award. Like, if you ask me, like, yo, I got one game, like I got to roll anybody left tackle, I'm probably still taking Trent Williams. If for nothing else, if we down 30, I'm just getting a fight. Like, and I want Trent in that
Fair
fight.
enough. Fair
Um,
enough.
and so Creed's definitely in there. Like, he's the starting center. Like, if you got to pick like your starting offensive line, he's the starting center for sure.
We got Minnesota up.
See, I can be unbiased. I ain't say
I mean,
Bulls,
you
I ain't say
you
Miners, but
gotta
I can
give
be
you gotta
unbiased.
give that up to Creed though. Like,
No, yeah, no. Like Miners right now to me is he the best guard in football, but that's and then I give the legacy award to Nelson. He did
ooh,
great, but like
Vikings went Caleb Banks, Florida. Caleb Banks was the first rounder to me. It was just a matter of the foot. If his foot was recovered, like he's had a lot of lower body injuries with like his feet and stuff. But you look at
mm,
Caleb Banks, man. Like the best Caleb Banks is some of the best defensive tape in the draft. He's dominant. Like when he's dominant, he's
I'm not mad
dominant.
at it.
But when he's not always dominant. He's not always dominant. That's the problem. It's like he's like DJ just put up like he flashes. So it's like he's not consistently dominant. But I think that getting him you can't really do that when you're playing
Mm,
for the Vikings DC. What is who is it? Who is it? Fucking
oh,
Brian shit.
man, why am I blanking on his name?
It's pissing
Brian
me off now.
Flores.
Yeah,
There we go.
Flores.
I
Brian
couldn't think of
Flores.
Brian Flores for damn.
Brian Flores. You cannot do that when you're playing for Brian Flores, and I think he's gonna bring out the best Caleb Banks as long as Caleb Banks is healthy. Like I said, it comes down to the
Mm-hmm.
lower body shit. But if Caleb Banks is healthy, the Viking that's a good get for the Vikings. And they needed interior
I also
defensive
love.
line help.
I think it was gonna be here, but I love Makai Lemon to the Panthers at this pick. You pair
Love
him
it.
with Tet, you
Love
make
it.
a. You've
Love it.
already invested into Bryce Young, but this is like even continuing that like the two different styles of receivers. You let Tet really. I think Tet has to be able to play both the X and the Y because the Panthers don't have great receiver depth. Uh, Xavier Leggett, you got a few funny Twitter clips. Is you better. I hope you're ready for your second job, my
I'm trying to
guy.
think. He
But if
doesn't
Tet
make it.
really gets to be the X,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was like, if But some Lemon getting to be there, be the real slot guy, while Tet gets to play on the outside with Bryce, who, jokes aside, I left the Panthers too when they lost their way into the playoffs. They're clearly on the right direction. I really like the head coach, Canales. I think is bright. They got a lot of progress here, and so is this the first? Yeah, this is the first playoff team now. We're in the playoff side of the draft. These niggas were 8 and 9.
It is. Yep, it is the first. You are right about that. I think the Ravens are trading back in at 32 with the Seahawks. It now I'm interested in, does Makai fall that much? Because Omar Cooper's on the board, Concepcion's still on the board. Do they go before Makai Lemon? Cleveland is still on the
I
board, and Cleveland needs wide receivers. Do they prefer Denzel Boston's on the board? This is interesting. This is interesting.
where I think there's also something that helps if for the Ravens trading back. Really, anybody trading back in now because I feel like Ty's been one of those. And we've talked about this before, like getting that fifth year option if you do believe in the quarterback. And I feel like Ty was one of the leading candidates for like if you actually want Ty Simpson, you trade back in at 32 or 31. Now that he's gone, who's our third quarterback on the board? Um,
Oh yeah, we ain't got to worry about quarterbacks until maybe Sunday.
yeah, so it's like
Maybe Sunday.
yeah, so it's like you got. So
No,
now if you're a team
I
who
think
wants
Gus.
like you want a
I think
non.
not Gus. I think Nussmeyer goes tomorrow. I think Nussmeyer goes tomorrow, but that's it. After Nussmeyer, I don't think we're looking at quarterbacks until Sunday.
Who's the nigga out of Gosh, I was just fucking. He was literally projected to go like top 10 before the season started. The season went to hell. Um, not. Oh man, I was just literally Colin was just talking about him today. Um, prospects 2026, 2026. Oh, that's 2025. No, I know who went in 2025. 2026.
Thinking
Nussmeyer,
about what this
Carson
class
Beck.
was
Oh, Drew
supposed to be.
Aller.
Oh, you know me. I've been out on Drew Aller for years. I've never been in on Drew Aller. Like I get it. Like the physical profile, like I get it. I get the fascination with it. But what my eyes see with Drew Aller is like I can't get there. I cannot get there.
What happened with Klubnik?
Man, I was so in on Cade Klubnik going into last college season, and Clemson was just a mess, and he didn't help that out, which in turn he didn't help himself. So he's probably a Sunday draft pick when I thought he'd be a top 10 pick.
And I remember because he was like a Heisman, like he was like one of the preseason Heisman guys. He was top 10 pick. Like he had, like everything was on his side. And now it's like, damn. And then Carson Beck, yeah, you wanted to, I know you and 25-year-old quarterbacks, the rookies. I know y'all get along.
So Panthers go Monroe Freeland. Panthers go Monroe Freeland, which makes sense. Ike Ekwano's got the injury, and you kind of got to figure out what you want to do with him after that. You can, I guess, they figure he can Monroe Freeland can play left, or they can move him right. With that, like I get it. Like I'm not, I get that pick. I'm not mad at that pick at all. I for sure get it.
You still investing in Bryce, which I like because you're getting him
Mm-hmm.
offensive line help.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see over them niggas, but it's cool.
You got two
Um,
really good running backs.
yeah, no, I like this.
And receive like
Now it's
if you're Carolina, like this is a deep receiver class. Like you will have a chance to add to your receiver room for sure. So this makes a lot of sense to me.
I wonder if they have a. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at the pick. Get your offensive line help, like you said, on receivers. Like Philly is interesting as hell because now, if you believe what was reported is that basically New England and Philadelphia already got a deal in place. They're just waiting
Right.
for
June 1st.
cap reasons. Yeah, June 1st, so they can split up AJ Brown. The part that the Eagles are going to eat, they can split it up over 2 years. Cool. So if AJ is definitively gone, do you draft a receiver if you're Philly? Because I think that's what's going to decide. Like if they do draft a receiver, I think to me that means like okay, yeah, that is for sure in place. He's out of here.
Probably. Is this Makai Lemon? Let's see.
And if you Makai Lemon, like, would you do Lemon and then Devontae
Yep.
Smith?
Makai Lemon to the Eagles. Makai Lemon to the Eagles. So AJ Brown is a Patriot.
The what you call it? If I'm gonna sound like a bad Alabama fan, can Devontae Smith be a number one wide receiver in the
He
NFL?
al- he already was. He already was. So I've always thought Devontae could be a for sure number one receiver. I thought he flashed that a lot his rookie year and before they well generally before they got AJ, which I think was because he was 20 and 21. So yeah. Or was he? No, he was 21 draft. He was 21 draft. They got AJ Brown
I think he
22.
was there. He was
So
there
yeah,
for a year before AJ.
yeah. So I thought he flashed that a lot in his rookie year, and I think he can be that. But him and Makai Lemon work well together because Devontae
Hmm.
can be a vertical guy, and they're both really good intermediate players. So it's not just a matter of like deep shots and shit like that. They can both play in the intermediate. They both track the ball well down the field. They both block like so. This is a
Now
good
Devontae
replacement
Smith
for
really got blocks.
this is a good replacement for AJ Brown. Like a completely different receiver for sure, but this is a
Hmm.
good receiver for him. And I think Makai Lemon probably works better with Jalen Hurts than AJ Brown does.
That's Jalen better make it work because the world's never moved faster. Like, yeah, you got a ring, but that ring turns 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago. That shit like it goes faster and faster every year. So it's like this is definitely a prove a year for Jalen, despite the fact like it's weird because he's got the resume of a top five guy, but nobody would call him a top five guy. I mean, I did at the end of last season, but he beat the Chiefs. He smoked the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Like Jalen Hurts, one of my favorite players, bro. Like if hey, I always got you got a fan of me forever. Um, the like you got to make this work with Lemon with Devontae Smith, um, and the excuse of no AJ Brown. Like that's not gonna be a valid excuse because y'all didn't like each other anyway, and you probably wanted him out the building. The Steelers. This was gonna be my Ty Simpson pick because
Hmm.
at some point, man, like I don't gotta like the Steelers. You obviously don't like the Steelers. You are one of like the iconic franchises in the NFL. Y'all been to 8 Super Bowls, man. Y'all can't just keep letting a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers keep telling y'all I show up to work when I want. Like you just
I
can't do
disagree.
that forever. Like
I disagree.
you just at some point somebody got to say, look, man. And I know the Rooney supposedly are like they're super hands-off owners. They're just like, look, man, we pay the bills, make sure y'all winning. Cool, stay the fuck out of it. Y'all were supposed to come in here and be like, look, man, take a fucking quarterback. I would not take one now that Ty's off the board. Because again, even if you thought Ty was a late first round pick, like he was the only other guy you could justify as a first rounder, now I don't know what the hell you do. Because this defense is still expensive. We don't know what the fuck this offense is going to look like because your quarterback still hasn't showed up unless you believe in Will Howard. If I'm the Steelers, they won't do this because they just believe in. Well, maybe it's different with no Mike Tomlin, but they just believe in 9-8 so much that like draft for the future. Like be bad for a year. Next year's quarterback class is better. Like be awful. I know they won't, but like that's the act. That's a smart play. Be awful this year. Like who gives a fuck? Because niggas don't give a fuck that you 9-8 every year or 10-6 or like it's just be bad for 1 year, Pittsburgh. That's all you got to do.
If they were going to bottom out, this was the year to do so. And they haven't shown anything to say that they're willing to bottom out and suck intentionally to get a top tier quarterback in the draft next season. And the reality is they're going to go in the next season with either Will Howard or Aaron Rodgers back again. Like I said, this is a good roster. Like it's not like it's a bad roster, but
Mm-hmm.
you're at such a disadvantage with the quarterback that it just does not matter. It just doesn't matter, and they aren't. they aren't ever going to take the route of tanking, if you will, to get a top tier quarterback. I thought this was offensive line all week. I never thought they'd go quarterback. I thought this was going to be offensive line all week, but the run on it has kind of happened. Like, Olane's gone as we figured. Uh, Malinoa's gone like we figured. Fano's gone like we figured. Proctor's gone, which could have still been there at 21. He's gone. Blake Miller's gone. Monroe Freeland's gone. So now you're looking at Chase Pasantis. You're looking at Caleb Lomo maybe. Like, I don't know what they do with this pick. They obviously made the move to get Michael Pittman, and you still got DK. So wide receiver wasn't necessarily something they had to look at with this pick. I still think it's offensive line, but it may at this point be kind of a reach. Not really, because this draft is all over the place like that.
That Chiefs pick high key fucked everything up. Like everything was smooth until the Chiefs. You look at the Chiefs fucking shit up.
Chiefs threw a wrench in it, but funny enough, like not really. The real wrench was Carnell take on fucking fourth.
That and the Rams
And I
going
think
tied 13.
everybody was sold on Jeremiah Love going to Tennessee too.
It was supposed to happen, man. It made so much historical football sense.
Is the enemy gonna make it to 25?
You said who gonna make it to 25?
I don't know if that's how you say his name. The safety, is he gonna make it to 25?
Oh.
Dylan
Thieneman?
yeah.
Dylan Thieneman is still on the board, ain't he?
Yep.
Yeah, it's ESPN got him as the second best available behind McCoy.
Interesting.
Hey, Eagles, y'all should draft Jermod McCoy for no other reason than just to, or sorry, not. Oh, no, Eagles already drafted.
I was about to say the Eagles.
No, my bad.
You just confused me. I know I just came back, but I was like, I could have sworn I just came back to the draft from Kyle Leonard.
Because I get.
And that does that pretty much signal AJ being gone? I don't know if y'all talked about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We were talking about that during the pick. Because when I used to defend Riley Moss, I was like, look, man, DeJean ain't even a corner.
Oh, wow.
That nigga play safety. So y'all should have drafted a corner just to prove, like, yo, DeJean is a safety. You don't play corner.
Maxie Honiture was still there. Damn. They got one of my favorites. That's tough. That's a great pick, though. I can't knock it. That's a great pick. Because he don't got to play immediately. You can kind of figure out your offensive line this year, and then he can start next year. Because he could start if he had to, but he could for sure use a year behind. That's a great pick. Of course, the fucking Steelers got Maxie Honiture.
Is that a sign they're willing to go bad this year? Start Will Howard for 17 games?
Nah, not really.
It's a strat,
Not
man.
really.
Look, because Aaron Rodgers is obviously like so far moved from his prime, which also we got to stop the revisionist history. And I fuck with Matthew Stafford as much as anybody. Matthew Stafford was never as good as peak Aaron Rodgers. Like, I've heard that argument, I've seen that being said on shows, and I'm like, that's never.
Who said that?
Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people. There's been as Stafford was going on his MVP run, and especially because like the end of their careers look drastically different. Because obviously, like Stafford's having a great end of his career, and Rodgers is having a so-so. At no point in time,
Aaron Rodgers like 4 years older than that
nigga. It's
and like I'm not one to defend the police, but like you know.
Look, man, it's. But I think
Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers conversations. That's crazy.
Because of
nigga being on my TV with his ass on is crazy.
We all watched that Mike Tyson fight.
no fuck.
I was there live, so that's crazy.
Did had with his son. Like his son was interviewing him. Like that shit was nuts. Hey,
It's a
man.
different nigga, man. Chargers pick is in. I think this is Keldrick Folk. This feels like Keldrick Folk.
They taking a corner.
You think so?
They taking a corner. That's why Kansas City took a corner because someone made it. Nick Wright, horrible sports takes, great people points, great people takes. But he did make a great sports take where he was like, as good as the AFC West has been, he's like, the AFC West is horrible at receiver. Like, there's a reason why like guys like Rice or Sutton's been eligible for like best receiver in the division is because we don't got nobody. Like Brock Bowers, you could say is the best pass catcher, and him and Kelsey, right? And they tight ends. And so Waddle being there day one is already probably the best receiver in the division. Like, it's just not a good receiver division.
They do got Jalen Waddle. They
Now, Denver got
absolutely do have Jalen Waddle.
This is the best roster since 2013. Not even the Super Bowl team. Because the Super Bowl team roster, I always say, like, Peyton just was... Niggas went with Brock Osweiler for 6 starts, man.
I'd be very interested. That's a good topic for a future show. Is like, as a fan, not even just us, but just like generally any fan base. Like, what do you think is your franchise's best team, and what is the team that actually won the title? Because they are not the same. They are not the same thing.
2013 still has the scoring record. Like, the 2013 Broncos are still the highest scoring team ever. Peyton still has all the records for an individual season. Niggas had 16 games.
What's the pick, Raj?
And Julius
What's
Thomas.
the pick?
Okay, pass rusher. I get it. They got
Oh, they got Mesidor. Okay. Mesidor was on the board. Damn.
Khalil Mack will stop playing football. I don't know when that is, but eventually
Some say.
he will stop.
Some say.
Like,
Some say you will.
He coming from LeBron's territory. It's like niggas talking about like ageless wonders. I'm like Khalil Mack, and Khalil is still like strong as hell. Like he did because McGlinchey, who's Denver's right tackle, he's strong as shit too. But Khalil Mack put him on his ass, and I was like, all right, we just gonna pan the camera away from that.
Akeem Mesidor is going to be held, Justin. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Now, granted, he might only be held for 4 years because he's like 26, but he's gonna be held. He's gonna be held while he's there.
Hey man, McGlinchey, Bulls, best tackle duo in the league. We ready? I'm still shocked niggas brought back Ben Powers. Denver's a lot of money in their offensive line. Like it's not sustainable. But there's a lot of money in that bitch right now.
Good money to spend.
Is he a motor? Like in your opinion, like more of a motor guy or technique?
No, Mesidor is like, let's fight right now. I'll fuck you up. Like that's Akeem Mesidor, man. All gas, not a break on him.
And man, and you got Jim Harbaugh as your coach. That's the right nigga to be fucking
Harbaugh will love
24/7 for.
Harbaugh will love him.
Next, Cowboys pick. So they already got Caleb Downs.
They do got Downs.
I'm gonna keep bringing up McCoy until he get drafted. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I thought he was gonna be like top. I didn't think he was getting past.
It's the knee.
I think 16. Go 2 in your secondary.
They feel like it's rumors of him having like degenerative knee issues, which is maybe.
Would you go? So this is according to ESPN. Keldrick Falk.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Keldrick Falk's available still, but I thought he would have went higher. I'm not surprised he's still here. If I'm the Cowboys, I wouldn't mind it because like Keldrick Falk to me is probably the best run defending edge in this draft. Like from what I watched at least, I just watched him dominate as like a run defender. Now he has a lot to be desired from a pass rush standpoint. Some people think his best pass rush is ahead of him. Some people think it's just not going to happen, and a lot of people that love him because of the physical traits. But I mean. At this spot,
like Julius Peppers. This
at
nigga
this spot.
6'6", 276. Like, god
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. At this spot, if I'm the Cowboys, I wouldn't shy away from that. Now, the Cowboys could still be in the wide receiver market. I'm not dismissing that. Omar Cooper's still on the board. Cleveland is coming
Concepcion's
up.
on the board.
Buffalo's coming up. San Fran's coming up. Like, it's team KC's got another pick. It's some wide receiver needy teams coming up. You got Miami still on the board. They still need wide receiver help. So
Buffalo, I'd be
Cowboys
shocked
could
because
go.
Buffalo basically already used their second round pick because they traded that for DJ Moore. It's like I'd be shocked if you basically used your first two picks for both receivers,
I
especially when your
wouldn't be
defense
surprised.
got issues.
I wouldn't be
Buffalo's
surprised
another
if they
team
go
where
wide
it's like
receiver again.
that roster's not as good as the name has been
Because
the last 4 or 5
I
years.
wouldn't be surprised if they go receiver again because I watched what Josh Allen had in that playoff game. And I'm not. That ain't me saying like, oh, like he had mad fucking turnovers. Like he's part of the reason they lost. I get that, but the wide receivers also wasn't like it was a
I
tough
mean,
wide receiver situation to go into the game with. They could have still lost that game for sure, but it was a tough wide receiver room, and he was
I
losing
mean, DJ
motherfuckers
Moore,
too.
you can get anybody can get clamped up.
Khalil
Out here.
Shakir being your wide receiver one is tough.
That's a tough go, and I fuck with Khalil Shakur, but that's tough. That's a tough go.
Was who did McMillan get the pick on? I'm trying to remember who the fuck was that
Brandon
Shakur who he
Cooks,
threw the last one?
like
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks, brother.
That was
You see what I'm saying?
that's
Like,
now that's what I knew. It's great when you watch your team suck for 10 years and then you actually get to see them get good again. Like you get to see like the difference of like, damn, I used to root for some bum ass niggas. Like Denver's secondary is legitimately crazy, and there's games I'm just like, oh yeah, they don't got nobody that's scary here.
Bears in a good spot. I didn't think Thieneman would be there still, so they got they pick of Thieneman, Warren, or they can go. They could go Keldrick Falk if he don't go here. They could go T.J. Parker, K. McDonald, Peter Woods. Like shit, they in a good spot.
Yeah, I think the names for sure that I have been seeing floating around for the Bears was Thieneman and Peter Woods. And I think I remember me and you kind of talking about Peter Woods a couple weeks ago. I mean, not Peter Woods, but Thieneman and
We talked about
that's why I
Thieneman
was,
and McNeil Warren.
yeah, McNeil Warren.
I'd be so scared to draft him. If
Who?
they're like basing him, Warren, because there's so much that they're doing. Like, oh, Eamon Warren just did this last year with Seattle, and I'm just like, look, man, it always sounds
it's
great
not
on
the
paper,
same.
and it sounds great on Madden. It is so rare. Like what he does, what Kyle Hamilton does, it's not just about being like the measurables. Like that's a different breed of athlete and football player, and so.
Malachi Lawrence. Look at that fit. Malachi Lawrence is going to be a dog. Look at that fit.
Oh, yeah, he don't care about nothing.
Nothing. He want to hoop. He want to hoop.
Like all them other niggas, they got before they can suit up, they got to take their chains off, they got to take the earrings out. He could put the pads on right now.
That nigga.
Like
He might have had black Air Force Ones on. He don't give a fuck.
Them other niggas look like they was at a fashion show. They don't look like they ready to play football. He ready to suit up right now.
He might tackle.
Camp start tomorrow. Camp start tomorrow, man.
He said, "Well,
Malachi Lawrence, that's a good one. That's a good go. That's good ball right there, Malachi Lawrence.
Lawrence, Quinn
What did I have? I got to go to the notes for Malachi Lawrence because I vividly remember having like specific Malachi Lawrence notes. Let me see. Malachi Lawrence is number 44 on here. Explosive athlete, plays with great effort and motor, physical, violent play style.
Yeah.
Very disruptive. All the good things.
I mean, Caleb Downs,
Denzel
him and
Boston's
Caleb Downs.
also available.
Ooh, that's the defense.
Not Downs
Cleveland
is like Downs is perfect because again, like linebacker still being like their, I think admittedly now it's got to be their weakest position, but like because he can go down and play there, like it'll give you opportunities to where, because you still got one more pick for Micah, or did they use 2 last year? Was it last year's and this year's pick for Green Bay that they had?
No, it
Or
was
did they have
two
Green Bay's
first this
next?
year. It was
What
no
we
no no.
doing?
It was two. No, it was three. Wasn't it three first for Micah?
Now Micah got up to, but I think because he got traded like a week before the season started, or 2 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm
I think
saying.
it's
So
this year, and they have next year's pick for Green Bay.
was it two first?
Dallas in a really good spot. Like I don't know what
No,
to
it
say,
was
man.
three first because Max Crosby went for two first. Micah, they got three first for Micah
They get three first for this nigga. Hold up.
They did.
because the Ravens traded two for Crosby, so Micah for sure was three.
So
Ravens
okay,
legend
so
Oh
Max
this
shit.
is
Crosby.
saying
Okay. The Browns pick is in.
It was a
so
wide
this.
receiver.
It was.
It was Omar Cooper.
Nope.
KC.
Just trade details.
KC. Damn, is Omar Cooper not gonna go round one? Who does he go best with?
So Micah went for two. So Micah, the trade was Kenny Clark, 2026 first, 2027 first.
Omar Cooper goes best with San Fran, but they could also use a Trent replacement though.
That's crazy. How did Micah not go for a third first? These niggas took Kenny Clark instead of a first round pick. We ain't said Kenny Clark's name once, by the way. We said all these people in Dallas. We ain't said Kenny Clark's name once.
I looked
Like-
at Kenny Clark multiple times. I was like, yeah, no, I can't.
Omar Cooper to Buffalo.
That's the pick.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, I'm
no,
trying to
wait
think.
that-
Does
wait
he
that
compliment? I'm trying to think. Does he compliment DJ?
Because where does he play? Does Omar? Is he outside, inside, or what?
People say he's outside, but like everything he did at Indiana was in the slot. Like everything he did was from the slot. That's why I'm like, I'd run. That's why I feel like him and San Fran makes the most sense because Mike is going to be outside anyway, and then you got Ricky outside, and so I think Omar Cooper like in the slot makes the most sense. I actually been thinking Denzel Boston to Buffalo because he's complete different wide receiver than DJ, and they'll talk about the Keon Coleman shit, but like he's a completely opposite receiver of Keon Coleman. Like they are not the same at all.
I might just
Keon
check
Coleman
that.
ass
They
or
might not
Keon
have
Coleman
released
just
that
stupid?
nigga like Keon.
I think it's kind of a mix of both. I don't think Keon Coleman's an ass, but like I also
Like, I don't think he
he's-
ass, but he ain't like.
I don't think he's like that good either.
Yeah.
It's-
You obviously ain't good enough for them to put up with your bullshit.
It's
So-
tough because he probably went to the wrong team to begin with because the way he's like used is the way they use him is probably not the way he should be used, but we too late into it now.
The also that
Cleveland went with
interview was an
KC.
all-time.
That is interesting. Putting Casey Concepcion on the same team as what's the dog name? Jerry Judy is very funny. It's very funny. Because they both
Man, look.
do that thing called dropping the ball.
I'll never forget like Jay Judy's. I'm gonna pull up Jay because this is the funny.
I remember. I don't know
His draft
when
profile
we.
does not match.
I know we weren't live like or nothing like that when that draft happened, but I remember Justin in that draft.
I was hyped. I was hyped as hell. No, it's great. You'll know like a player's gonna be a great Bronco if like I'm not excited about him because they turn into Hall of Famers. Like PS2 wasn't
The
excited.
Marcel
Von
Darius,
Miller wasn't
Von Miller shit.
Yeah, like that's how you know. Like if I'm not sold, like niggas gonna be all timers. If I really flip with the pick, nah, they ain't got a chance. Like they ain't got a chance. Let's see.
I need the Ravens to trade back in. What you think about Makai to the Eagles, Will?
I like it. especially with all the drama around AJ and kind of whether he was going to go and whether he was going to stay. Which I think, as maybe spectators, we always like, yeah, he got to go. Like, it ain't no way y'all bring him back. So I think that's a good pickup. I think that's a good pickup for them. And then I think even like earlier when Justin was talking, he was talking about how the Eagles had the best roster, but they hate each other. It's like, no, I think AJ just don't like nobody.
That's real.
I don't know if everybody else hate each other.
I see. You know what? I understand it's probably like the consensus. I think a lot of them niggas agree with AJ Brown. They were just happy AJ Brown said it out loud. Like
I think Devontae probably agree with AJ Brown, but I don't think he hate Jalen Hurts. I think he wished they would have passed the ball more. But I don't think he hate me in there.
When Jalen was, there's like a 4 or 5 week stretch where it was like he couldn't throw the ball over the middle. He was not accurate, and all they were getting was like tush push touchdowns. Saquon was looking at that sideways. Smith was looking at him sideways. AJ Brown was vocally looking at him sideways. Like there was, look, man, if you can't throw me a 10-yard out, you think about touchdowns. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of. I'm glad AJ's the messenger. So now that you got the pick, Will, and for everybody listening, we'll be logging off after this. You go with Thieneman. Your boy's there.
Thieneman it is. Welcome to Chicago.
I think
Caleb gonna text him. Don't worry, we're gonna score a lot of points.
Probably. He should.
he might be right too, but
He let him know. You
but
might have been wrong when you texted that to fucking punter boy.
That shit was. They was foul for putting that out. Like whoever released that.
I mean, granted, that was like. He said it. The Tory Taylor, the punter, he said it. And he was like, I think he said it in some type of interview, basically saying Caleb texted him and told him, yeah, you're not gonna be punting a whole lot. I mean, that was definitely more true last season. Because if Ben Johnson ain't do nothing else, he went for it on 4th.
that's a fact.
So I think it was more Eberflus than like Caleb being a liar. Cause go for it.
I don't think I kicked like a single time on NCAA. Like
You're a wild nigga.
I definitely had some like 4th and 13s on like my 7.
He said he gonna get it off the glass.
I know my GC. Niggas, he scored, put our ass down. Like, I'm gonna be in somebody's red zone. Like, it might not be always on. I'm gonna be in somebody's red zone. Pick in. No. Oh, pick is in. We got the truth. The Texans have 2 picks? No. Why do I feel like the Texans already picked earlier?
No, they don't. They got 1, but they might trade out though too.
Come on, Riley Moss traded for somebody. Come on,
brother, let it go.
6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 picks. I just know he's gonna fuck up my season. I don't know how. He's not even a bad player. I just know that like next year, Denver season gonna end on some bullshit by Riley Moss.
Thieneman falling this much is interesting. He was high as like 11.
I think most of the stuff that I seen had him going somewhere between like 16 and 20. How big is the gap between him and Downs?
But the gap between Downs and the other safeties it's big, but it's not. And it's not. That's not even the right word to say big. It's a difference. It's a difference just because Downs played a lot of high level games, and like I said earlier, like he just does not give up big plays. Cause like he kind of erases a lot of shit. But Thieneman being Even you could argue a little bit more versatile because he can play the deep end. Like Downs can't really do that. He don't have the speed. Thieneman can play the back end and still do the other stuff. Might just not be as physical or have the like the awareness and the that type of trait of Downs. But Thieneman is still good. And then for me, McNeil Warren is just such a ball hawk. And there's like a lot of people are iffy about that because he's playing more instinctively and he can give up big plays. But the way he turns the ball over, man, I bet on that. I wouldn't give a shit.
You can also tell with Downs, and this is like, again, because I'm me, I wasn't a fan when he was the coach. You can tell Downs had like some Nick Saban coaching. Like DBs that worked with Nick Saban, like just got a different level of technique. And Saban's, besides just being like a Mount Rushmore head coach, like his specialty being defensive backs. I don't think anyone would question like he's the greatest DB coach ever. Like there's just something you can tell with guys that worked with Saban, where it's just a different level of detail. It's the same shit Belichick used to have. Like Belichick never had like the greatest talent, but like you just always, oh, there you go. The
Gentlemen
Belichick's
to the
guys
Bears.
had like the technique was just different. Like the coaching was different level, and that's what Downs because he left as soon as Saban
Now,
retired.
granted,
So
that ain't necessarily always work out in the league, but
no, that's
it
a
was
fact.
there. It
You
was
still gotta have
there
the talent. Yeah,
for sure.
Saban would like he would raise your floor if you were just an average player, and then if you were actually a great player, would also get like that extra boost.
Speaking of
Um,
Saban DB, shout out to Drake Kilpatrick Jr., who is who is in school.
Hello, me money. Anyway, niggas want me to get paid. You know, my niggas will probably think I'm nuts. Niggas just want like, hey, look, man, like
They
you
right.
said, I can send you the address, bro. It's not hard. Actually, just Venmo, Zelle, White, like whatever you want to do. Like you got a second contract, bro. Back when the Bengals used to pay people. Look at that, and they paid Dexter Lawrence. Um, any quick thoughts before we get out of here on any of the other remaining teams? I know Tony talking about the Ravens possibly getting back in to the first round. Um, I don't think we talked about the Niners at all. Who do y'all think the Niners would go for?
I
Besides
think
like a
Tony
healthy
had to go
Bobby.
on receiver, right? You said Denzel Boston, maybe,
I think I think
or
if
what
Omar
is that?
Cooper,
Omar Cooper.
I
Omar
think if
Cooper.
Omar Cooper's there, that's the San Francisco pick or Caleb Lomu. One of those two players. Houston has traded up though. Houston jumped a few teams to get 26.
Oh shit. The
Yeah.
watch Houston. I dare you to draft a defensive player. I just dare you.
You want to see him do it again?
Draft a nigga who ain't gonna play, cause they don't got a weak spot. Like draft a nigga who just ain't gonna play, and then watch CJ
It's a
go
little
out there and
early.
fucking
It's a
get
little early
750
for some of the
pounds again.
off-ball linebackers because they could definitely use some. They could definitely use a linebacker.
Oh no, that nigga out he's everywhere. Like I don't even know what his
No,
coverage,
he's
what his
cold,
spot on
but
the field is. I just know he made the tackle. Like,
and then
yeah.
interior too. They could use some interior help.
They just it's I don't know, man.
They just
They've
fly all over
obviously
the
got
place.
like five guys who are just A plus, like Stingley, Hunter, um, Anderson, Shaheed's. Like they just got niggas who's just everywhere all the time, and it's just like, man, y'all got 13 people out there. Um, but yeah, we're about to close it up here.
But
Did they not trade the first round pick?
who?
Did these niggas trade something else? This shit says Houston still has 26 and 28.
Uh,
My shit's fine. They got it.
no. That might just be a little lag behind. But as we do close it out, sure Wednesday when we hop back on, we can break down all of this in full, and then just the rest of the draft itself. Interested to see what these last six picks are going to be. Still some names out there. McNeil Warren's on the board. Omar Cooper. Is Jamar McCoy or Colton Hood going to go round one? Denzel Boston still on the board. It's a lot of names still on the board, so it's going to be an interesting last 6 picks. See who's getting that 5th-year option and who ain't.
Hey, remember, here first. Breaking news: Riley Moss in the second round pick for Kyle Pitts. I'm just put it out there, and I'm gonna leave on that. And see, like, I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to put happiness out in the world. The niggas giving me the meat look. Like,
Why the fuck would
I'm trying
Atlanta
to
do
put
that?
good, positive, because they don't want to pay that nigga.
What makes you think they want Riley Moss?
They get, hey, look, man, they got man, look, just get Riley Moss off my team. Hey, with that being said, appreciate everybody as always. Don't forget, check us out. YouTube,
Keelan Rutledge to
There you
Houston on the
go.
way out.
Guard. Yeah, no, that's a smart pick. Got to get your offensive line. It's not all CJ Stroud's fault. As bad as he played, like, he does need somebody to block for him. YouTube, Apple, wherever you get your podcast, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Couldn't talk to you for a second. We've been live for damn near 3 hours, man. Appreciate y'all as always. We're gonna catch you next Wednesday.
Definitely 3 hours.
Peace.
Yep.
That's facts.